Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Talking Ball. It's Colin here with Jose next to me. Hope everybody out there in the world is doing well. Yeah, Jose, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm a bit. Yeah, I tell you what, I finished work, but something's just put a smile on my face, right? But I've had to put a private message in the private chat because I just want to understand what's going on.
Yeah, no. We definitely got a nice surprise waiting
It,
in the back.
the surprise has brought a smile to my face, but I'm absolutely in shock because I messaged this person earlier on and didn't realise the times, and this person told me they were asleep and that they wouldn't be getting up for another 6.5 hours or so, or 4.5 hours, whatever it is. Listen, I can't reread the message again because Facebook is down. And with
Yep.
Facebook being down, I can't reread the message. So Facebook's down, Instagram's down, and apparently YouTube's down as well. So I don't know how many people are going to get today, but this person has brought a smile to my face, and I can't understand what he's doing here. I've now just seen his comment, but let's bring him in. This guy is a legend.
He is a living legend. Let's and
He's
Chang.
there.
What is up,
Chan,
bud?
what are you doing?
A very
Thank
good
you.
morning, Senor Garcia and Mr. Sievers from Kuala Lumpur, both of you. Yes, I was actually asleep 3 hours ago at 9 p.m. But after I woke up about an hour and a half ago to read Jose's message with regards to our memberships and also some of the changes that were made to our memberships tier, I then one thing led to another. I tried to go a bit into detail, hoping that I would just drop off and go to sleep. And three Spurs boys, they started a stream. My messages were all going off everywhere. I then looked up at the schedule for my show with Miss Ash in roughly 19 hours from now. That will be 11 a.m. So I would just like to take this opportunity to follow up from where the three of us left off on Saturday afternoon or evening. I can't tell what time it was for you when that Crystal Palace home match ended. But I thought, you know what? I can't go back to sleep, so it's midnight. It's 12 a.m. midnight here in Malaysia. I might as well just pick up where we left off from the watch along. And yeah, I cannot thank you enough for having me back here. And let's get into this member show.
Right, so
Chang,
can I
we
just
love you,
can I
buddy.
just explain to people? We've got a few people coming and are coming in now, so I'm hoping that YouTube is working for us. Because YouTube is down, so we appreciate everyone that's here. But what I want to explain to people is the memberships. We had to take down the Cobber membership, and the reason why we took down the Cobber membership is because when it was set up, the memberships were set up, and we put the price points in there. We didn't realise what had happened. So in the end, um, we've realised. So what's happening is people that were gifting out memberships because the biggest membership was under £5, dollars, or whatever it is. Because it was under five, it was 4.99. When you gift out, it gifts anything the highest membership under five, it will gift it
Always.
out. So it
Yeah.
automatically kept gifting out cobbers. So we had to make the change. And so what we've done is we've increased the cobber membership by 0.50, because then that takes it over the five. So that means if people then
Mm.
gift memberships out, it will automatically go to the one that's below. So we did this because people like Chan, David Shear, and there are others as well who support many, many channels. At the end of the day, it's so if the gifts were going to come out, the gifts would reduce and become cheaper because this is coming from their pockets. So that's the reason why we had to do it. So everybody's membership who had Cobber, I think Colin, I'm right in saying, has been cancelled.
Yeah, they fell
Okay,
off, I think, overnight.
they've fallen off, and so the people will get their reimbursements back for that. Yeah, and then when they get their reimbursements back for that, then from now on, anyone who then gifts is going to be gifting at a lower rate. So it's all, yeah,
Okay.
it's all worked out. But we've taken the hit, and
Sense
it's right,
makes absolute sense.
and it's right to do so. It's right to take the hit because at the end of the day, when it was all set up, we didn't realise that, and it was only brought to our attention. And when we looked into it, we then realised how it all worked out. So we had to change the structure in order to help the members and to get benefits from it.
Boom, boom,
That's
boom.
very
Yeah,
practical.
so everybody,
Very practical and reasonable.
hey, it was all Jose. Jose set it all up. It was all
I had to
his.
go back and look at it. I had to go and read absolutely everything because I didn't understand why. And so to understand, I had to go and read lots and lots of stuff. And then I had to explain it all to Colin because obviously Talking Ball is Colin's channel. So he's got the primary controls and that. So Colin had to change it all, but I had to then help him and tell him from reading everything, all the articles, on what we needed to do. So we are where we are. So we've lost loads and loads of members, but we knew that but we're still having a members show today.
Oh yeah.
As I said, it then makes it cheaper for everybody as well. So
Look at how many comments we've got already. Jose.
yeah, we've got people coming. So first of all, Chang has become a member, hence why he's here.
Chan could always be here.
Good afternoon, Swap says Nathan Gardner has returned to Spurs official as a head of sports science. Any idea about this guy? I'll be honest with you, Swap. I don't know. I'm going to have to look him up. I don't know his name at all, so I'd have to look him up. Ellie, good afternoon, Ellie.
Ellie, saying big up Jose, Colin, and Chang.
Big
Love all of you guys. Don't tell my hubby. I read it. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, so you've read it. Okay, so I don't need to read it. Sanchez, Bethnal Green. Hi, Sanchez. Sanchez, because you and I are on Facebook with each other now. I saw what you a comment that you put in there before Facebook went down today. I actually saw that you posted something. You added 2 ladies to it, and the wording that you used to get them to sub to El Toro Cockroach, I thought was fantastic. So well done, mate. Ryan G is in the house. Good afternoon, Ryan G. Hope you're well. Audio's in the house. Good afternoon. Talking Tottenham TV. Good
Hey,
show
that's
always, Colin.
Jamie. What's up,
Jamie.
man?
I
Yeah,
don't know. So you know Jamie. Talking Tottenham
from a
TV.
long time ago. I haven't seen Jamie in forever. Hope you're good,
Is
man.
this the Jamie that's in the chat? In our chat?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, because if it is the same Jamie, then he does the predictions as well. You have Ellie saying big up Bexhill on C. Ben saying hi everyone. It's a big up to 3 of us from Bobby. We need more players with those creative juices to feed the thirst for goals.
Yeah, we do.
Then we've got big up Bobby and your wonderful boys. Woo, big up Canada too. Bobby, I know that your boys were just on, but YouTube has been down and it's been awkward to get on. So we're surprised that we're getting people here because it's been awkward to get on. But I will definitely go back, and whoever hasn't done so already, go back, watch the kids, and also hit a like for them as well. And the same goes for the show that Ben did this morning. Go over, hit the likes, the subscribes for the show that Ben did this morning. Morning Brews on Tottenham on Tour. Ronnie is saying hi everyone, Coys.
What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Ronnie?
It's cool, Bobby, right? And Ben is agreeing. Yeah, YouTube is weird at the moment. Well, currently, Facebook is down, Instagram's down, and YouTube is supposedly down. Just before we came onto the show, there's a banner that came up when I logged into the back, and it told me straight away that these 3 apps were all down at the moment. So, yeah. So please, for everyone, if these guys have missed out because of all this, go back and watch their comments and that. So Bobby at 3 Spurs Boys and Ben at Tottenham on Tour. I'm not sure whether Ben did a show this afternoon because I've been working. But yeah, let's go back and support these guys. Go back and review and support these guys.
Yeah, Mr. Kaufman definitely did a show at the coffee company earlier this afternoon.
Okay, so then do the coffee company as well. Let's go and support everybody. And then Ryan, so Bobby's saying, yeah, apparently some issues with the app and Insta too, but I think it's just you guys in Europe that have got it. Okay, fair enough. And Ryan G's saying, yeah, I thought I was hacked.
I thought there was something going on too. I was like, wait, why did my Facebook log me out? I was like, that's weird. But yeah,
because on the iPhone, I was trying to, because it's got me with facial recognition, And even with facial recognition, I couldn't sign in, so I thought I must have been hacked because it wasn't
Yeah.
accepting my password from the facial recognition. So I thought, okay. Yeah, so I'm good, Colin. I'm not the same Jamie that's in the chat. It's been a really long time. I'm glad your channel is growing. Need to catch up next when you're in London. I'm just watching and washing up. No, Jamie, what I was talking about, are you the person that's in the WhatsApp group that does the football predictions? That's what I was referring to.
I'm not sure,
it
but now
you?
I don't think it is. But this Jamie and I used to be very close, and do shows together quite often.
Okay.
Then life happened, and we both got really busy. But yeah, Jamie, we'd love to have you on, man. We need to talk sometime. I'll get back a hold of you, dude. It's been
So
forever.
that's where we are. So let's go with. So Ben tried to change his password and it wouldn't let him. So what have you got for us today? Let's start firing these questions at the members that join us. So Chang's
yeah,
here.
of course.
Start firing at Chang.
Well, so Chang wanted to kind of, I don't know. Was there anything you wanted to talk about the match versus Palace? Did you have anything you wanted to talk about, Chang?
Chang, sorry, before you say, we are doing a watch along on Sunday.
I'll be there for it for sure. We'll just pick up from where we left off, and it's very it's a nice segue to head into what I'm about to say now. Hopefully, I can get as much of this out from what I've seen multiple times on multiple viewings. Our live watch along, the very first live watch along we did for the Palace home game. I went through all the highlights of the matches, through all the critical moments of the game. Whether it's the Timo Werner missed chance, the one-on-one chance he missed in the first half, the Son Heung-min opportunity that he rattled the upright, the unnecessary free kick that Bentancur gave away that led to the Eze free kick from which he then converted, and then finally the equalizer by Timo Werner. I realized that although the chances, we are still finding it hard to string together sufficient chances and make these clear-cut opportunities in front of goal. The one big difference which I noticed from this home game against Palace compared to the previous defeat to Wolverhampton Wanderers is how deep Bissouma was playing, and that allowed Royale and Udogie to push up so much more higher, and that in turn also helped Timo Werner and Kulusevski progress further into the opposing third. Of course, again, a lot of these key players, they are just only now starting to find their rhythm again, and which is why the opportunities for us in the final third are still at a premium. But if Son Heung-min were to play that Harry Kane role of dropping deep like the way he did in the first half for us, and then create the kind of over-the-top opportunities for Timo Werner or Kulusevski or even Brendan Johnson to latch onto, more of the same of that, please. Come Sunday, away at is it Aston Villa? Yeah, it's Aston Villa. So more of the same of that. But again, the defensive frailties are still there for us to see, because yet again, another home league game, yet another goal conceded from a set piece, from a dead ball situation, as were the previous goals against Wolves, against Everton, against Brentford, against Brighton. So we really have to cut it out on Sunday against Aston Villa if we are to get anything away from that match. Because make no mistake about it, this Sunday's 6-pointer against Aston Villa will be defining. It's going to define our season. It's going to define Aston Villa's season, because
so I can go ahead and put this up. I was going to ask how important is this match against Villa? So that was one of my questions. So yeah, very important, right?
Very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. 6-pointer. You couldn't have said it any better. Chang, should Matty Cash be worried?
Oh, by all means, definitely, most certainly. You could see how Tuti Romero was looking at daggers over at Bentancur and also Matthew Cash when Bentancur hobbled off at home against Aston Villa from that very badly timed Matty Cash challenge on him. To be fair, I have seen it again and again upon multiple viewings. immediately after the match and a week or two after that match, and I don't think there was much malice, wasn't much intent and malice by Matthew Cash to actually go in hard on Bentancur. But yeah, I mean, the damage has been done. We lost that match. It's going to be a grudge match. Make no mistake about it. And you can be sure that there will be blood, or rather there will be bad blood. There will be bad blood between the pair, Bentancur and Matthew Cash, if they do take to the pitch. And Cuti Romero, he's on he's a man on a mission come Sunday.
Yeah. Hopefully he's smart about it. He just had that interview where he was talking about, how he's cut the needless yellows out of his game. First of all, Elias, what's up, dude? How are you, my man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Just came from watching Kung Fu Panda 4.
Nice.
So,
how was it?
It's good. Yeah.
I love those movies.
There's a bit of a plot twist there, so I shall not spoil it for the rest of you who haven't watched it there.
So for you, is it good? It's good evening for you, Elias, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
at the
I'm
same
time.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's kind of a late showing you went to watch.
It's a late show. It's like last show. So I thought I was actually coming home in the train, and I saw that you guys are on. So like, okay, let's join you guys for a while before I go to bed.
Man. We appreciate it, dude. It's good to have you. You doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Good deal.
I'm very happy actually. Timo Werner finally scores a goal. And yeah, like I think there's nobody more happy than him. Like I've been supporting that guy since the day he joined us. So like I actually feel that it would sort of like give him now a bit of confidence. So I think he wouldn't be too desperate now for goal. So it would probably just flow out of it. Like he would have that confidence going into it. And I think, guys, the one thing that I realized about him is he makes some really good runs for the goals. Like the other day as well, that was so unlucky. That one, like he I think that was purely a confidence thing where he sort of like missed. I feel.
Oh,
like,
you mean the one where he tried to round the keeper?
Yeah.
Tried to take it around.
Yeah, the one where he tried to run the keeper. I think it was purely a confidence issue. Like if he would have a bit of confidence and he wasn't too desperate, I think he would have just taken a shot there. But he was so desperate for the goal that he wanted to make sure that he goes in. So he wanted to go around the goalkeeper and then hit. But in the end, it didn't happen. Like I feel that eventually he would be scoring many more goals. Like I rate him actually.
I do too. I really do.
He's much more than just a goal scorer. He's a good winger. He's a good runner. He has pace. He has everything actually. He presses well. And yeah, I think him being in the wide area and Son in the middle, I think that's something that I wanted to see as well. And finally I saw, and I think it's working. Like I would rather Richarlison doesn't play actually.
Elias, I love Richarlison, but I understand people who don't. So Elias, Chang's been talking about it, but how important is this weekend's match against Villa?
It's I think very important. I think it's definitely, we all know, I think it's a 6-pointer, and in my opinion, it's also since we have like more or less gotten the squad back, I think this is one of the most crucial games that we will be playing this season. And after that, this game would probably, I think, describe how we may look like in the rest of the upcoming games that are coming up, the tricky ones like against Liverpool, Newcastle. We have to go Newcastle away, right? Yeah, Newcastle away, Liverpool away at Anfield. So I think this run of games where we have to go away at some of the games, I think that's where we can pull strength from this away game, because I think Villa Park, still, we have done it before and I think we can definitely do it again. So I feel that if the midfield can really do their job well, so the game I think here is going to be a lot more in the midfield, like who can link up the play between the midfielder and the forwards. If the midfielders can do their job well, I think we have a great chance of taking the win. I'm not too concerned about defense, like Romero and VDV. I think definitely they will do their job. It's definitely, I think this game is basically going to be the play of the midfield versus midfield, and the link-up play. So if we can be ahead of them, definitely I think we have a good chance of winning this game. But if midfielders tend to be sloppy, like how they have been lately, like giving possession away too easily, I think that's going to be crucial. Like you cannot give possession in the middle of Villa Park. It's going to be scary.
Right. So for
Yeah.
me, I'm going to say, right, I'm going to throw my two pennies in there and just say, Villa are playing Thursday against Ajax away in the Conference League, right? It will really be telling. I think Villa are going to go out full out strong side because Villa want to win that Europa Conference League, right? And I think they're one of the favourites in that league to win that cup competition. So I think they're going to go hard for it.
West Ham in there as well, or West Ham is in? Oh, West Ham is in Europa.
We can only have one team in the conference, so you can only have one representative in the Conference League. So they're going to go all out to win it, I believe, and I think they're favourites to do so. So therefore, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of side they stick out. I think they'll stick out a strong side. I don't tend to talk about other teams because I think everything is within your own gift, and it's about us and what we do, not about everybody else. However, if I'm going to look slightly at Aston Villa, I will turn around and say Villa at home will not low block us. It'll be an open game of football, right? So, and then also as well, Villa had an injury to Boubacar Kamara, who's been absolutely superb for them in central midfield, and Ramsey came off at the weekend with an injury as well. So it leaves them with Douglas Luiz, and Douglas Luiz has been playing really, really well. But then they've got to fill the holes in. But they've got Tielemans and people like that. But at the end of the day, for me, I think people saying we should be scared of Villa and stuff like that. I'm saying we shouldn't be scared because it won't be a low block team against us. It'll be open, expansive football. I believe that in Romero and Van der Ven, we should have enough to look after Watkins, especially with VDV's speed. I agree with you guys about the midfield. Our midfield has to click. But if we've got Porro back as well for that game, it just means that I think Tottenham set up more confidently when they've got the four trusted people at the back.
I agree.
So I don't have to change one player. When they've got the four that play at the back five, including Vicario, but when they've got the settled back five, I think that gives more confidence to the people further up the pitch. And hopefully that will give whatever midfielders we pick on Sunday, hopefully that gives our midfield that boost that it needs, and it boosts them to help the forwards that we've got as well. So that's what I wanted to throw in there about the Villa game. But it is about us. It's not about anybody else.
Well, so it might be about this guy a little bit. Jose, do you think Matty Cash should be worried? Do you think he's going to get clattered? You said that we're going to be taking bites out of him during the match.
I think I'd be surprised if any of the Hispanics that play do not take a nibble at him. So I looked there and I thought to myself, if Romero take a nibble, won't go mad because you can't go mad because you don't want to get carded. But I think Romero will take a nibble. Bentancur, if he plays, will take a nibble.
Oh yeah, he has to return one.
If Lo Celso comes on as a sub or whatever, he'll take a nibble at him. Porro plays, Porro will take a nibble at him. All the Hispanics will take a nibble. But I also think that Udogie may take a nibble at him. I think Bissouma...
No, I don't think Udogie is that kind of like a vindictive kind of player. I think he's more focused type.
This is not being vindictive. This is just taking a nibble. I'm not
asking. If Richarlison is playing, Richarlison is going into
Richarlison's not playing. But then you've got, I think Bissouma may take a nibble as well. I don't even know. Even Madison's got it in him to take a nibble.
Actually, I think Madison nibble is very likely. But what Madison might do is, like how the other day he's like showed him with the finger, and then he got the player yellow card. I think Madison might do something like that.
Yeah. Get in his head and get him mad.
Højbjerg, as Stay Humble's put in here, Højbjerg may take a nibble if he comes off the bench. Skippy, if he came off the bench, may take a nibble. I think there's a few players that may take a nibble. I don't think, and I hope that they don't go all out to damage him, because one, you don't want that to happen to any player, or I wouldn't anyway, because it's their livelihoods. But then also as well, I don't want
Matty Cash is their right wing back, right back.
Right back. But I don't want people to get yellow carded or red carded either. So I just think nibbles is enough.
Yeah. Just let them know you're there. You know.
Yeah.
Stay
I
humble
think
says that Romero's got a punch bag with his
Bissouma
face.
might be likely. Bissouma or Madison might be likely since he's a right back. Udoji's maybe. Let's see.
I can see people in a game scenario leaving whatever position they're in to go and get a nibble, whether it's attacking or defending. But anyway,
Yeah.
It would definitely be
We'll move on.
It would definitely be interesting to watch. Ben says if anybody tackles Cash, it's an immediate yellow card. Don't do it. Good point, Ben.
A tackle's fine. A tackle's fine because
Actually,
tackle
no. I think Ben is making a good point here because he's a defender. So there's not really much of a point tackling a defender. It's very rare. Like let's say if you tackle a forward, you know that you're like doing it for defensive reasons. But the refs would definitely know if you're tackling a defender, it's sort of like non-footballing reason, like you're having a go at them for what happened in the past. Like definitely these refs, I'm pretty sure they get instructed for this kind of games as well, where there are personal rivalries involved. You guys remember? There was one game actually. I think Tanganga got sent off because he was like, he got sent off. I remember it was in 2021 2020-2021 season. He got sent off against Crystal Palace. I think it was Wilfred Zaha. They had a problem. Wilfred Zaha tried to do it again, and that time actually refs knew that Zaha is trying to like get Tanganga sent off. So actually the ref in the end he said that it was your mistake. He sent Zaha off.
Nice. Why don't I remember that very well? I don't know. That'll come back to me. That's awesome though.
It was that season when we had first time we played Palace. We played with Nuno actually, and the second time when we played Palace, it was Conte with.
Gotcha. Okay, now I remember that season now. Interesting. I don't know. Do you think the refs are warned about this type of thing before the match, Jose? Do you think the refs know about like personal problems between players before the match?
No.
If we know, refs definitely don't.
No, because then that means you're prejudging before you come onto the pitch. So you can't prejudge before you come on the pitch.
Real quick, Liam Hardy, want to get through some of this chat. Liam Hardy says, afternoon, guys. Afternoon, Liam. Hope you're well, my man. Bobby K says, Cash is a dirtbag. Hope Romero clatters him and smashes him up. Too much time on the ball can kill you sometimes, so stay humble. Daniel E., any Spurs fan who actually wants Romero to clatter Cash and potentially screw us over for getting top four and then lose Romero to a suspension, all because we can't get over a tackle. Seriously, WTF. Mile High Hotspur, Leo's here saying, yo, what up, fellas? What up, Leo? Yeah, Stay Humble says we should bring on Højbjerg to smash out Cash in the 90th minute. Liam was agreeing with what you were saying about Villa and their match against Ajax. Ajax are a mess. Villa still beat them even with their second string team at the moment. And then Stay Humble and Villa play away to Ajax on Thursday. Let's hope it plays a part. Absolutely.
Of course it will.
Leah saying, hope
all. Wow, Ajax are in Conference League this season, guys.
I guess so.
What happened was when you drop out from the Europa, finish third from the Europa, you then play a playoff match against someone who came second in the Conference League in the group matches. They won that game, so then they've dropped in and Villa one of the seeded teams. But what I will say to Daniel, look at Villa's team that they put out in their last match when they'd already won their group, and you'll see Villa put out a near enough starting 11. So I think Villa will go with a near enough starting 11 again. The only places that they change their players may be in central defence, but they've now not got Diego Carlos. They've not got Tyrone Mings. So the only person they could rotate with at the moment is Konza, because they've been playing with Longley. And what I will say to people, last year, Longley played in the back five for Tottenham in the central three. And we all, as a fan base, we all dismissed Longley as slow, cumbersome player and that. And that Longley was found out playing in the two at Barcelona. Well, Longley's playing well for Villa. And he may well be against us on Sunday.
Yeah, he's fine, I guess. Nothing to really shout about. He's been fine, I guess.
William says, last time we played Villa off the park, in my opinion, just couldn't finish them off. Yeah, good point. Cash is gonna get smashed. Says Stay Humble. I love it. I'm a sucker for a rhyme. Basically, the whole team takes a nibble. Then you're saying until VAR steps in properly and sends one of us off. Sends one of us off. In the world of VAR now, mate, you cannot chance it. And Pranvat's in the house. What up,
Hi,
Pranvat?
Pranvat. How are you, sir? I hope you're well. Stay Humble says Palace beat us 3-0 that day. And then Palace came to our ground as Har got sent off for a push in the face. The ref can't protect Cash. He's doomed. Ryan is telling us that Facebook is back up and running. So that means Instagram's back up and running. We're hoping that also means that YouTube is back up and running here in Europe.
YouTube is not working somewhere?
Yeah, YouTube, Facebook, and Insta has been down for ages, for hours and hours today.
Okay,
Ryan
Insta is not bad. Insta is not bad.
Okay, Pau Torres is back for Villa, Ryan G says. Right, I don't know, because we've got Chang here at the moment, all right, and I know that Chang's going to have to depart soon, right? Have you got the predictions table there and the results? Because we've got quite a few people here, and we might as well show the predictions for people.
Yeah, let me get the email.
And then we've got Howdy Jarl from Otter. Howdy Otter, how are you, sir?
Yo, what up, Otter?
And then Jamie is saying, personally, I think Romero shouldn't play this game. This is a match that would get him sent off. Bring on Dragoshin, physical and could handle Watkins. I think the handling of Watkins is more with the pace and speed, and I think Van der Ven covers that.
Actually, if someone thinks that, you guys just haven't seen how much of a hot-headed person Dragusin can be. Actually, he is quite hot-headed himself, by the way. Like he hardly picks up red cards, but he does pick up quite a few yellows actually.
So he's half a hothead.
Hardly anything about the guy. I like
No,
it. I like that. That
if
was
you
nice.
pick yellows, if you pick yellows quite a bit, it's still like quite bad. Like
Yeah, but Romero picks reds like he picks yellows, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. He's half a hothead.
yeah, true.
Right, before as you're finding that, Colin, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, definitely have more questions. Gosh.
While you're looking for that, then we can move on to the next question while we're looking for that. So if I can find where you are.
By the way, guys,
This
if you
is where-
see me working or
Oh,
something, I'm multitasking a bit.
No
Sorry?
worries, man.
Okay.
So I just put in
Chan.
here.
Go on,
I
Chan, what
just
do you
wondered.
reckon? What do you reckon the Spurs boys were talking to Eze about?
So I read quite a lot of predictions, or rather what people were trying to lip read. Those lip readers who can try to pick up what you're trying to say. Basically, it's just meeting up because they're London based. I'm guessing that they have met outside of footballing circles, maybe just socializing or catching up for drinks, having meals and so forth. They have their own London group of footballers, a niche or a fraternity among themselves. But I would like to dream, or rather, I would like to believe that they were trying to, imply that he would find life in N17 a lot better compared to playing with Crystal Palace and staying mid-table, or even getting dragged into a relegation battle. But this is something. I mean, it is something that Sang Heung-min has actively been known to, or rather, he has been photographed hanging out with Eze. I believe it was earlier this season, sometime summer of last year, I think it was, where they also did a runway fashion show together, and they were photographed together. So there is that rapport, there is that brotherhood, that familiarity between them. I hope it will develop to more than just that, and that Sang Heung-min can use that to his advantage to probably try and entice Eze to Tottenham Hotspur. Of course, there's a lot more to it than that with regards to transfer fees and players getting their their contracts and their requirements in. But I would like to believe that they were in part trying to work out some sort of understanding among them that Eze will be coming in the summer. That's what I would like to believe anyway.
Me too. And I'll ask Elias as well. Do you think there was anything to that? Do you think it was just a friendly chat, or do you think they were saying anything to him, trying to get into his ear about maybe the possibility of playing for Spurs?
I guess it could be, like, who knows? I mean, I won't make a speculation over it. It could be a possibility, but one thing that I was thinking earlier today as well was like, if Eze were to come for us, he's gonna be a more of like a bench player, I think, because he would definitely not start over Madison unless like we play Eze as like a right winger, or we play
Madison
Madison
hasn't
as
looked
a
great the last few matches. I'd say he could do with some competition, but
Perhaps. I think he had a good game against Palace. Like, if you look at his stats, they were pretty good. In terms
yeah,
of his
I guess I'm
scoring.
just, and I didn't look at any stats. I'm totally just going by like eye test
like
type.
like that assist for Romero. I think that was really like a proper eye for a goal scoring position. That was a good assist. I like that. And there were some other chances as well, where he was it Sonny's ball as well, where he was the one who actually spotted his run, or was it, no? What, that was Udogi. What that was, I think, Udogi who did that. So yeah, I think he's slowly getting back. I know some people have been criticizing him lately, but if you realize, he has scored like 3 or 4 assists in like last 5 or 6 games, which is not a bad stat.
No, you're right. You're right. It's just ever since coming back from injury, he to me just doesn't look the same player that he did pre-injury. Like, he looked like he had more energy, was more, energetic, was pushing us up the pitch more. But yeah, he's still being effective. You're right. Stay humble, saying that they were telling Eze that you'll be scoring free kicks for Spurs like that next season. And then,
by the way, guys, this is I just want to talk about this particular part. This is free kicks one. You know, when Madison joined, a lot of people say that, oh, he'll be scoring a lot of free kicks and all that, and he'll be scoring from flat pieces. I don't know what happened to all these players when they come to Spurs. Somehow their free kicks don't look as good as they were before. Like, even Kane now, since he's gone to Bayern, actually he has scored like a couple of free kicks there, But when he was with us, it was nothing good.
That is weird. That is a good point. Interesting. I see. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised too that Matters hasn't gotten more like goals scored. What's he have, like 2 maybe this season?
Something like that, 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, pretty
And
low.
at Leicester, he used to score like quite a lot of free kicks actually.
And then Daniel E is dropping us, some. He's being realistic. He's saying, honestly, they were probably just saying how good of a free kick it was. Fans look into things a little too much. Laughing face. Yeah, no, you're right, man. But we all want a little Eze at Spurs. At least I do.
But for me, when you're saying that, and I understand what Daniel's saying, I also understand what Elias and Chang have said. But when you look at the 3 players that he was talking to, there's a contrast in the 3 players. It was Sonny, Brandon Austin, and Skip. Now, Skip probably played in the under-21s, or sorry, no, he can't, because Eze's 26 and Skip's a lot younger than that. So they wouldn't have played in the 21s together. Sonny may have gone to a catwalk a few weeks beforehand and be seen with Eze because all the footballers go to it. But I don't know how Brandon Austin fits into that. But then also as well, the other thing that was doing the rounds on the social media is when Postecoglou went up to him to congratulate him at the end of the game. There was also a conversation then as well. Now, I've not heard anything about any lip readers and stuff like that, but what's interesting is that he also went and hugged him and had a chat with him as well. It might have been, you had a good game, son, and all that, but who knows? The lip readers haven't come out and said anything, so...
Where are the lip readers? We need lip readers.
By the way, Eze is actually an Arsenal youth product. Do you all know that? He used to be in Arsenal's academy. Yeah, 2006 to 2011, he was in Arsenal's youth academy. Before he moved to, he changed quite a few. Like, then he moved to Fulham for like 2 years, Reading and Millwall. Then he went to Rangers.
Yeah. But there we go.
I knew he had spent time at Reading, but I didn't know about at Arsenal. Interesting.
Yeah, but usually if you notice, a lot of players who actually leave Arsenal's academy, they usually don't like to go back there for some reason.
Yeah, it's because they told him they weren't good enough and that you could leave. I'd feel the same way. Cool. We've got that. He's asking how old is Austin. We can find out.
He's, I think, 22, 23, something like that. He's quite young.
Well, let's say he's 26.
We're about to know. He's 26? 25. Born in 1999.
25? Oh, I thought he's younger.
Yep, he's getting up there. And he's had a weird career, right? But anyway.
Stay Humble says that they're both from the same area in London and they are only a year apart in age.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Danny Lee's also saying that Eze's an Arsenal lad, and Stay Humble's saying that they're both from the same area.
Damn.
Let's see where we should get
that Arsenal bit kind of sucks, but you know what can you do? So one thing I didn't get to ask the two of you.
Sorry. Just before you bring that up, can you bring the predictions up because I'm just worried about Chang. Because Chang's here. Might as well show Chang. Right. So yeah, the comments have got to come off. So this week, everybody, and look, you can see from the colours on there, everybody scored points, and some people scored a lot of points this week. So the leading marksman this week is the person from the third from the top. It is Tot Spurs. He got 3 correct predictions.
Woo.
3 correct predictions. Should I say? Yeah, 3 correct predictions and 3 correct scores and 5 correct predictions, which gave him a total of 14 points this week. So Tot Spurs led the way. But a noticeable mention needs to go to Jim from Just a Girl Who Loves Spurs, who also got 3 correct scores and 4 correct predictions. So he was a point behind. So he got 13 points in the end. So it's a notable mention. And the other person that I wanted to mention is David Shear. David Shear is the first time I've seen this. David Shear got a yellow or a green in 9 out of 10 matches.
Damn.
So the only one that let him down, he had 2-1 for Chelsea, but that ended up as a 2-2 draw. But he ended up with 1 green, so 1 correct score, and 8 correct predictions. So David Shear did well as well. It's the first time I've seen anyone do that.
Yeah, take a bow, man. That's incredible.
The people in the chat. So Danny did well as well. So that's what I mentioned to Danny. Danny got 2 correct predictions and 6 correct scores. So that gave Danny 12 points this week.
Man.
Stay Humble's here. So Stay Humble got 1 correct score and 4 correct predictions. So that gives him 7 points. And Tot Spurs, why did I know that Tot Spurs keeps quiet and then all of a sudden when we're talking about the predictions, he appears. He knew that we were going to do it. But yeah, everyone scored really highly. This week I got 2 correct scores and 5 correct predictions. So Tot Spurs made 3 points up on me this week. And yeah, everyone scored. The person who scored, even Parker only entered the last 4 predictions, and so did Audio, because they both came on to the show after the watch along after we watched the Tottenham game. So therefore they can only enter the last 4 games. And even then Parker still scored 2 out of 2 points, and Audio got 4 points. So the league now.
I had to do this in 2. It's getting so big that I can't get them all.
It is massive. Yeah, it's massive. We've got 70 players playing now. Elias didn't do his last week. So Elias is holding up the table because he didn't enter last week.
Hey, no worries.
How many I got from the previous week?
1.
Oh, okay, that's bad.
So you
it's okay. We'll get you back up there. Don't worry.
So at the moment, you're going down to what position is that? 49th.
Down to 40, I've got down to 48th here.
So basically, the people that made moves, Smithy, everyone in green made moves, jumped up in the table. So Smithy's jumped up to 7th. Jim jumped up to 12th. Danny has jumped up to 16th. 22nd and 23rd, you got Mark Cousins and Jamie. So Jamie is talking TV. He jumped up to 23rd. Ronnie has jumped up to 26th. And Soji has jumped up to 27th.
Oh, nice. Soji got his in to you. That's sweet.
Then in order, you've got Stateside Lily White, Sanchez, Bethnal Green, Dekaru and Spurs GCTV have all jumped up to 34th, 35th, 36th and 37th.
Dang.
Then on the screen, the 2 greens just below the last set of greens you got, that is Scott Colliver and Stay Humble have jumped to 40th and 41st.
Hey, yeah.
And then the 3 that you've got there on the screen at the moment, are David Shear, Carl Simpson, and David Clark have jumped up to 45th,
And then we got the
46th,
rest.
and 47th. And then you've got you're just missing them.
49th, is that not there? So let me just let you know who that is. 49th, we've got, it's Jishnu. Oh my God, sorry Jishnu. I'll get a special.
So 50th and 51st have jumped up is Ryan G and Mark Cook. It was Ryan G's first week. So Ryan G out of 70 players has gone straight into 50th place after his first week.
Bro.
Ryan G got 2 correct scores and 5 correct predictions.
Damn. Incredible.
Mark Cook, first week, he jumped to 51st. Mark Cook also got this. Whatever you're showing here is last week.
Okay. Well, that explains
that
the
part is last week.
confusion.
Then in Mark Cook got
There we go.
Mark Cook got 2 correct scores and 3 correct predictions, so he's jumped up into 51st. Audio Artisan has jumped up to 54th.
Nice.
Neil has jumped up to 56th. And then the rest of the league is as is, has not moved.
Sweet, sweet.
Ryan G says 15th. No, Ryan G 50th. 5-0. You're 50th out of 70. So basically, in your first week, you've jumped 20 places.
20 people.
Just 20 people in your first week. But you scored highly. You scored 11 points this week, so you've done well. So, prediction-wise, that's everybody covered in predictions for this week.
Nice job, gang. Nice job indeed.
Jose, did I get more points for you last week? So, Daniel Lee, I think you might have scored 1 point more than me this week.
Let's check it. Let's check the numbers.
Danny's got 2 greens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Dan scored 12 points. I scored 11. So yeah, Dan, you beat me by 1 point this week.
Well, so Colin got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 this week. That's a pretty good week for Colin.
Colin got 1 correct prediction and 1 correct score and 6 correct predictions. You got 6 yellows there, Colin.
That's pretty good for me.
Yeah.
You know, who is number 69? Donna wants to know. Jesus, you guys. I'll find out for you though. One second.
She says initially, well, she's 69th. Parker is 69th.
Parker, nice.
Right, so Bobby K's got a green. Everyone scored big points this week. Ellie's got a green. So basically, going down the matches, Brentford Chelsea. There's a lot of white there. It means that people got it wrong. So, but Ellie got it 2-all draw spot on. Jim got the 2-all draw. Sam at Stateside, Lily White's got the 2-all draw. Sanchez Bethnal Green scored the 2-all draw.
That's incredible that you guys even guessed that. I would never have thought of that scoreline ever.
Dekaru got the 2-all draw. I was in Everton in the Everton game, and no one got the correct prediction. West Ham won 3-1. We had lots of 2-1s and 1-0s, and that, but no one and 0-2s, but no one had the 1-3. So people all got yellow points there. Fulham versus Brighton. I got the correct prediction.
Look at you, Jose, you son of a gun.
Correct prediction there. So did Scott Colliver.
Well, I like
West
Scott.
Ham,
That'll be nice.
In the West Ham Wolves game, I think that finished 3-0. So, and there was a few of us that had yellows. There's quite a few people that had yellow scores, but no one got the correct result. Forest Liverpool, we had loads of people get yellows, but no one got the correct score because it was 1-0 to Liverpool, weren't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Tottenham Crystal Palace game, Tot Spurs, Bobby K, Nick Talking Beer, Nita, Wayne Bonner, Danny, Stay Humble, David Shear, Ash P, Ryan G, Mark Cook, Carl Simpson all got the correct score for Tottenham versus Crystal Palace. Luton versus Aston Villa, correct score from Tot Spurs. Jim from Just a Guy Who Loves Spurs. Sanchez Bethnal Green all got that one correct. Burnley Bournemouth, it was 2-0. So that was, I got that one, Chan got that one, Wayne Bonner got that one, Danny got that one, Spurs GCTV, Scott Colliver, Ryan G all scored the green. Man City, Man United, the green was scored by Colin, Totspurs.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Kate
me.
from Just a
Boom.
Girl Who Loves Spurs. Nick from Talking Beer. Smithy. Jim from Just a Guy Who Loves Spurs. Soji from Come On Ye Spurs TV. Mark Cook and Jamie all got the correct prediction on that. And then Sheffield United Arsenal, the only person that scored the correct prediction of a 6-0 win was Jamie. But we also had Scott Colliver had 0-7.
6-0? How the hell did you get that, Jamie?
He had
You're
6-0,
incredible.
but Scott Colliver had 0-7. And I thought to myself, do you know what? At 5-0 at half time, I thought they're going to get more goals. They're going to get more goals. But you've got, so 0-5, you had Nita R had 0-5. So at half time, she was in there. Smithy had 0-5 at half, so he was in at half time. Ronnie had 0-5. Jim had 0-5. So we had about 5 people that had 0-5, and at half time that was the score. But then we had 1-0-6 and 1-0-7. So
damn, I cannot believe someone guessed 0-6. Nice job, Jamie. You are
there
incredible.
we go. There we go. So that
Daniel
gives
E
you
says,
an update of where the
Must be
predictions went.
fixed. Must be fixed.
Let's hey. We've been accused of that before, but now Jose gives his answers out live. So Daniel E says, yeah, Jose, that's what next season will look like. Me winning. So he's already getting the trash talk
Go on,
for next
Dan.
season.
Go on,
Yes.
Dan. All the best to you for
And
next season, Dan.
we mentioned Kate. Kate's in the chat, and she's bigging
Hi,
us
Kate.
all up. Big up, Kate. And then what else we've got in here? Talking Beer is here. And then I said,
Yeah, big up, Nick.
I said, Beer, get your ass on here. He hasn't yet, but so Talking Beer's here. Kate's here. Cosmic Sean. I don't know if you've met Sean Elias, but this is one of my real life friends. And I got him into Spurs this season. This is his first season, like following football. So yeah, I've got him. He's a Spurs fan. It's kind of cruel of me to do that to him, but you know, I've set him up for a lifetime of heartache and sadness. So Sean, nice to have you here, dude.
Sean, you should come on someday.
Yeah, you should, man. Absolutely. He's a member. He definitely, you should definitely come on, man. We would love to have you. Here's me again telling Talking Beer to get in here.
Yeah, Nick, come on, man.
Come on, dude. And then what we got? Oh, yeah, Jamie saying he should have put money on that 6-0. No kidding. That would have been quite a payout. Sheesh. Jamie, let's get together before the games next week. Let's talk and let's put some money. Let's pool some money together. Let's get some bets going. But yeah, everybody, it looks like we got about 25 people in the house. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We truly appreciate you here at Talking Ball. This show is nothing without you guys. Another question that I wanted to ask you, Elias. Do you remember your first footballing memory?
Oh, yes, I do.
What do we
Footballing
got?
memory, like when I was playing football or when I was like
Any.
Annie. Okay.
However you would
so
like.
I remember my dad bought me a football. Like I was how old was I? I think I was like 8 or 9, yeah. And I got a football, and I just started playing like in our back in Pakistan. That was back in Pakistan that time, and I just started playing in like our garage there. And I was just doing like dribbling against the wall, and like I was really running hard, and I think it was during the 2010 football World Cup that time there.
Nice.
So what happened was I actually injured my right elbow because I slipped actually because it was it was not grass, basically it was just a normal floor with cement there. So I injured my left elbow, and you know, like how when you like fall over, sometimes like your tissue went over your bone, basically like your tissue moves from your muscle tissue moves from your arm towards your elbow. So that's what happened to me. And I think for about 6 months or 7 months, actually, I couldn't like really stretch my elbow properly after that. So that was one of my first footballing memory that comes into my mind.
Sheesh, yeah, that's not gonna be an easy one to forget, man. That sounds painful. I'm glad that you
It was quite painful actually, and like when there was one point actually. I even labeled my elbow the no zone area. Like if anybody would even touch the elbow back then, it used to ache quite badly. So I would
did your friends do it just to be rude? Were they like poke, or did you have nice
yeah.
friends?
So some of them did actually. Not so much. So my friends actually, it was because it was during the summer holidays. So my cousins basically, because we went to see them, they used to do that quite a bit.
Yeah, cousins, gotta love them. You gotta love cousins. But that's a good first footballing memory. Everybody in the chat too, hit us with your first footballing memory. Jose, that's a question that I don't think you've ever answered. What's your first football memory? Just of anything football related at all.
First footballing memory
Mm-hmm.
was either the 1973 FA Cup final or the World Cup in 1974 Germany.
Nice.
So
Nice,
we're talking about 50 years ago.
The good old days, right?
That's how far my memory stretches. It stretches back 50 years.
That's incredible. But yeah, good memories. Do you remember like a team that you like watched and were particular? I mean, obviously England, but Spain. I don't know.
England weren't in the 74. No, I'm talking about the 74 World Cup final. Is what I.
Final, not the tournament itself.
No, not the tournament itself. The final. I remember the final, and I remember
Gotcha.
the FA Cup
who was in the
final.
final? I don't even know.
Germany, Holland.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Gerd Muller.
Oh,
Franz
the good old days.
Beckenbauer.
Yeah.
You had Johan Cruyff. Johnny.
So did Holland won, right?
No, Germany beat them 2-1.
Damn, I was just guessing. But yeah, that German team was very good. And guys, we've got another member in the back. Let's bring him in. It's Nick. What's up, brother?
Hey, man. Sorry.
What up, Nick?
Hey, Elias. How are you, bud?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Sleepy, bub. Are you all right?
Dude, yeah, no, it's yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah, so
I think he's babysitting as well.
Yeah,
yeah, kind of. Yeah, I mean, yes, they're my kids, so it's not exactly babysitting, but yeah. Yeah, give me 1 second, brother. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good, my man. I want to get to some of these comments. Dentist chair celebration, the Gaza dentist chair celebration against Scotland. I've never even seen that. I'll have to Google that one.
So that's when Scotland in the 1996 European Championships that I went to. So England beat Scotland 2-0, and Gaza did the dentist chair when he scored. Have you not seen his goal where he chips the ball over Colin Hendry? It's worth watching. 1996 England Scotland. So Gaza scored the goal, an absolutely iconic goal, and then went and celebrated as if he was in a dentist chair. So leading up to this tournament, Terry Venables allowed the squad to go to the Far East, and they went into a bar. It was someone's birthday, and they went into a bar that had a dentist chair where they pour the liquor down your throat in a dentist chair. And they done that, and then there was a whole furore here in England. The media got hold of it and said, not professional people going out getting smashed and blah. So basically, when he scored his goal, Sheringham and Redknapp and that went running to him and squirted the water bottle at him while he went like that. He's done a starfish as if he was in the dentist chair, and they squirted the bottle at him as if to say that he was in the dentist chair again. So
that's incredible. That's awesome. That's actually really cool.
So that was 1996. So can I just tell you, Daniel, that at that day, in them championships, I went to the quarter-final when England beat Spain on penalties in the quarter-final. And I also went to Ellen Road to see Spain beat Romania in the last group game as well. And
how did you feel with Spain and England playing each other? Where were your allegiances? Did you?
I went with a load of people. A load of us went, and we had tickets to the Hilton at Wembley. So the hotel that's at Wembley, this is the old Wembley, the Hilton Hotel. So we had pre-match tickets to go in there beforehand, have drinks and all that, in a cordoned off area that we all had.
You guys have Hilton there as well.
Yeah, and then we went to the game, and then back into the Hilton at Wembley afterwards. And I think we left there about 3 a.m, and then went to the West End. So yeah, so there's loads of us. I had loads of Spanish family with me, but then I had loads of English supporters that I knew as well. So yeah, it was a game that I wasn't going to lose. Someone was going to be victorious, and I was going to be victorious as well.
Boom.
So, but I went to Ellen Road to watch Spain in the final group game as well, beat Romania 2-1. So 1996, when you were 5 years old, Dan, yeah, I can remember 96 as well as I can remember 73 and 74.
Wait, 1996, you were 5. We're the same age, Dan. That's awesome, dude. Nice. 1991. Represent. All right. Ryan G says his first footballing memory was watching the 1998 World Cup.
So have you caught up with the chat?
Not at all.
Okay,
Pretty far back.
You've got Phil Coy said, can't believe I wasn't subscribed to the channel, liked and subscribed, done. Good afternoon, Phil. Nice to see you.
Phil,
Thank you very much for doing that.
Yeah, thanks, man. And has he? If you're not already subscribed to Jose's channel, make sure you do that too. I'll put it in the chat here.
And you're asking about Nick. Look, Nick says my daughter is crawling on me. Someone help, please. So he's got the children with him.
Okay.
And there we go, Jim. Big up, gents. Hope you're all good. Jim, if you're still here, mate, you had an absolutely brilliant week on the predictions. You scored 3 correct. You had 3 correct scores, like completely correct scores, and you predicted. I'm looking for Jim now.
Right about the middle.
1, 2, 3, 4. So, Jim, you got 3 greens and 4 yellows, which gave you 13 points this week, and you jumped up that table, Jim. You've jumped into 12th place on the back of them scores that you got. So you leapfrogged a fair few people. So well done, Jim. Nice to have you here, mate. Nice to have you.
Nice job, Jimbo. So yeah, let's get through some. Let me get that off of there. Sorry about that, everybody.
You got. I will try and pop on for the watch along. It depends on how much Spurs turn me into alcohol. Yeah, the watch along will start half an hour before the game. So we're starting the watch along 12:30. We kick off at 1 o'clock GMT. People are talking about there's a boxing match on Friday. You've then got Ryan G's first memory was watching the 1998 World Cup. It's for him. Stay humble.
Thumbs up when you're good.
He's good. Stay humble says Dion Dublin scoring a bicycle kick on my birthday at my first game at White Hart Lane when I was 6. Villa for me, ironically, and we lost. Hasper TV. Good afternoon, Hasper.
What up,
says Alan Nielsen's diving header. Rakesh, up the Spurs. Rakesh, we haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're well, Rakesh. I hope life is good for you. Nice to see you here. Big up the lads from Phil Coys. Donna Cullen says, I had a mouthwash after my first memory with balls.
God.
Spurs GCTV says, good afternoon, gents. Hi to everyone in the chat. Spurs GCTV, if you missed it, right, you have climbed up into, so I've got this already here. Spurs GCTV, you've climbed up into 37th place out of 70 people, and you had a really good week last week again, or another decent week. You scored 1 correct score and 5 correct predictions. So you actually scored about 8 points. So you've done well again. Ryan G, just to catch up, and then we can ask the panel some more questions. My first Wolves game I remember was Wolves versus Gillingham. We won 6-1.
Yeah.
And Paul Ince was our captain at the time. Audio Artisan. Good afternoon, Audio. I think my earliest football memory is watching my uncles raging with anger after the Hand of God goal in Mexico versus Mexico 86. Audio, you entered 4 predictions last week and you got 4 predictions in, so you scored 4 points. You didn't get the score, but you got 4 predictions. And Audio, you have jumped up to 54th out of 70.
Nice work,
just
my
4
man.
predictions. Agreed, Daniel. Jose was living the good life by the sounds of it. I'm not sure about that.
Definitely sounds like it.
If people haven't subscribed to me, I'm sure you have, then yeah, subscribe over to me at Eltel Cockerel. You've got Daniel Lee saying, I have great memories of the 90s being a mascot for Spurs and being one of the first.
Who was mascot for Spurs?
Daniel Lee was. Did you see his picture?
Nice.
His picture is a mascot picture.
Oh, nice.
So that's his mascot picture. right?
Yeah.
One of the first 500 junior Spurs members ever. So I got to train with the players for the day at the old training ground in Chigwell.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude. Nice.
Jim says it was all good luck, Jim. I fear not. I think you've done really, really well, and they were great predictions, mate. So well done, you, sir.
Absolutely.
Subscribe to LTEL as well. Thank you very much, Phil.
Nice job, Phil.
Cheers,
We
mate.
appreciate you, brother.
You got a big up from Chris Agambar, who's here.
Hey, Chris.
And you got Spurs GCTV saying, happy days, not doing too bad after just 2 weeks. It's all good fun. Yes, it is. Daniel E. Colin, I'm a year older. I'm born in 1990. My birthday's the beginning of July, so my birthday is always on while the international tournaments are on in the summer. Now, let's talk to Nick, because Nick's just joined us.
Yeah.
So what have you got for Nick today?
Well, I just wanted to ask Nick, what's your first footballing memory, dude? What's the first thing you remember?
Man.
First soccer memory. I had to Americanize it.
Yeah, no, sorry, I'm
Taking us on a trip, a journey.
Yeah.
A journey with Nick.
yeah.
what I'll call this segment of the
second.
show.
So, I'm sitting with my dad, at the moment. So,
Shoot, yeah. Thanks for hopping on. If you got to go,
oh,
totally
it's all
don't worry
good.
about
It's, no, yeah. So, my first footballing memory is with my friend Jack Rich, and
Jack Rich.
absolutely big up Jack Rich. He's a freaking baller midfielder. Just will take your freaking shins out of the game. Will literally take your shins out of the game. That's what he does. Like, dude's like 5'8", but will just annihilate you. And that's I was the coach. I'm like, dude, you can't do this. You can't do it. You just can't. And I'm like, Jack, you can't do that. That's my that's my first memory. And we were big time. I love me some I follow a lot of American footballers.
Yeah.
And so, Tottenham happens to be, they play balls to the wall, and they just play full aggressive everything.
Don't care who they're going up against. It could be the biggest,
that's
fattest team ever, and
absolutely that's what I remember. That's what I have always took away from Tottenham, is that we're going to go for it. We're going to give it a go. I don't care who it is. We're gonna give it a go. Clint Dempsey. That's my dude. We're gonna fucking give it a go. We're gonna punch you in the mouth. How are you gonna take it? Not how are we gonna take it, but how are you going to take it? Because we're going to punch you in the mouth. That's my take on Tottenham Hotspur, and that's how I remember and will always think about Tottenham as this man, like we're coming for you, like our I don't care, you can scheme however you want for us. I don't care. The thing is, we are coming for you. And that's what I love about this club. That's what I have loved about this club. And we've been missing that the last few years, and we're getting that back. But it's just us as fans, whatever, we can us. It doesn't matter what we think. It doesn't matter how we act or believe or whatever. And Elias, like you and I have talked about this many, many, many times. Same thing, with Call. Like, dude, none of it really matters. It doesn't matter what we think. All that matters is that the club stays true to its roots, which is, I'm gonna kick you in the. Can I say the F word?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna kick you in the fucking nuts. And what are you gonna do after I kick you in the fucking nuts? Are you gonna come at me, or are you going to cower?
Yeah.
That's what where we're at right now. Right now, we have we have that is cowering for the first 45 minutes, and then the last 45 minutes we're kicking you in the nuts, and nobody can handle it right now. I'm hoping next year that we can kick them in the nuts for at least 45 to 60 minutes at least,
and
just
instead of just this like 15, 20 we're doing right now.
Yeah,
I feel
dude.
you, man. Completely,
Yeah, man.
completely.
Like it's
We'll get
I'm
there.
frustrated. I'm frustrated. Like, right now I got a lot of stuff personally going on, but Tottenham is my jam. Like Tottenham
escape.
is it, man. Like Tottenham, like I love the fact that my favorite club wants to punch you in the balls, wants to see what you're made of. I love that fact, and I love that Ange is trying to do that. And like we're not sitting there, we're not sitting there being cowering to what they're gonna do. I love the fact that we are going at them, that we're going to punch them in the freaking jaw. I love that. Like that's.
And Daniel E has a message for you. Talking Beer, Nick. I can just call you Nick because that's your name. Says shout out to Talking Beer. I remember him saying before about Dempsey, and I'll always remember this as well. Him scoring the winner, the first ever time we won at Old Trafford in my life. Says Daniel E.
Yeah, dude.
On the same exact page.
Yeah, man. I'm American. I'm American. I'm from the South. Even like Clint Dempsey, man. Like watch him on what's the show that he's on?
Clint Dempsey has a show. Shit, I have no idea.
No, he's on a show with the pretty girl.
God
dang
it. Show?
No, it's on
Kicking It.
Kicking It. Yeah, dude. No, it's legit. And they have Thierry Henry, fuck Thierry Henry, but they have a whole bunch of people on there, and Clint Dempsey's on there, and like, dude sounds like people that I used to hang out with back in the day, and it's like, like I'm country and I'm country as fuck, and this dude sounds like the dudes I used to hang out with back in the day, and so, like.
Yeah, I get it. He sounds
it.
like you, talks like you. Yeah, exactly. And he made it all the way to Spurs.
Yeah.
So,
oh, dude, yeah. And he's a fucking baller, man. Anyway, all right.
Is it that guy, Nick, that you were telling me about, the Mexican guy, or is he? No.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, sir. No, Elias. No.
Oh,
Yuli is the guy that no. So,
different.
Elias and I were talking about. So, there's a guy who is a coach, and his kids play with mine, and he goes to Barcelona and Madrid and a bunch of other places, and he's but his kids play with mine. So yeah, that is that what you're talking about, Elias?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, no, not the same dude. No. No. I don't know. I go ahead, call. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're cool. I was just gonna switch it up and go. What's your favorite non-Spurs player? And everyone in the chat as well. This is hard for me because I don't really like anybody. That's not
mine.
Expert. Yeah. What
mine?
about you? Yeah.
Saka, brother. Like I would give my right nut to have Saka play for us. However, I would have to I would require him to have at least 6 weeks of training, meaning like
hate Arsenal.
Oh yes, absolutely. Like
just
you,
brainwash him.
you,
just lock him in a
you
room.
hate. Yes, absolutely. You're
Guantanamo
no,
Bay
you,
style. Yeah.
yeah, brother.
Yeah.
You,
Well,
you read my mind. Like, no, Saka, man. Like that's it. Like, yeah.
Interesting. Real quick, Daniel, you said that Dempsey scored in both games that season against Man United. Fergie's last ever season stopped Man United from beating us in his last season at United. Boom.
I fucking love me some Clint Dempsey, man.
Ryan G says Lionel Messi is his favorite. We got Scott Nelson in the house. Scott says Sol Campbell is his favorite player. He's just winding this up, but I like it. Ryan G says,
yeah, Sol Campbell is my favorite player. Hold on. So, Scott, Sol Campbell is my favorite defender, by the way. He was a good defender, by the way. I must say that. He went to the side. Yeah, but he was a good defender. Big up Sol Campbell. There you have it.
Boom. Ryan
Big up
G
Ryan.
Before that, it was... Oh, sorry about that, bro.
No, you're good. One second. Ryan, you and I, we had a bit of a scuffle the other day in a chat. I just want to say, like, it's all good, bro. Like, I'm sarcastic, and that's how I meant it, and I think you maybe have took it a wrong way. So I just want to, like, big up, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, big up,
Ryan.
To you,
Ryan is the man. He says before that it was R9 and Ronaldinho. God, Ronaldinho, what a player!
For me, I think
don't care. Oh yeah.
Dusan Vlahovic.
Who? Sorry.
Dusan Vlahovic. He's a good guy.
He is a really good player. And then there goes Nick. Hopefully he comes back. But yeah, Vlahovic, interesting. I haven't seen enough of him play, man. I don't know quite enough about him. You know what I mean? I know that season when he was at Fiorentina.
Yeah, Fiorentina one was a one bang of a season that he had. Now the current season as well, I think in like 23 games he has had like 19 goal involvements already this season. In 23 total games that he played, like 15 goals and 4 assists.
Jesus, he has that already this season.
Yeah, in Syria.
Jesus, man. Jesus.
And can you imagine? That's like for Juve, who plays like a very defensive football.
Yeah, no kidding. And he's back. We've got Nick back in the house. Hey, and Ryan G just wanted you to know it was no scuffle, differing opinion. It's all good. And he doesn't dislike people just because they had a differing opinion. So yeah, all is good, man. All is good.
Yeah, it was just.
No worries.
It's fine. So
shoot,
I'm sorry.
we're all a dick sometimes. No worries, guys. So
yeah,
I had one last question for you guys. Well, I guess these are kind of two, and these are oh yeah, you got.
Do you got one?
Mine's not on the shelf. I have one,
fair.
but I have one. It's just not on the shelf over there. I actually think it's at my mom's house. Anyway, what's the last TV show you guys watched?
Cheers.
Hell yeah, nice. That's a good show.
Oh no, take that back. Yeah, no. So Mama's out of town, so we watched Ted Lasso last night, and my 8 and 9-year-old are going to tell Mama that we watched Ted Lasso, and I'm gonna get in trouble, y'all. So I may be grounded for a minute.
Just tell your kids to.
No. They're like me, bro. They have no filter, man. Like they have no filter. I got no filter, bro. Like
you should just say, "Hey, this is a dad secret. Secret with dad. This is a special thing your mom doesn't need to know. We'll all three die with this secret." That's what you tell them. You say, "We'll all die one day with this secret."
What's wrong with watching Ted Lasso? I don't get it.
Yeah,
language. That's it. Just language. My wife, language, man.
How did she ever marry you, man? You cuss like a sailor.
I don't know, brother. Like I don't know. Like I count my blessings every day that my wife married me. She's fucking amazing. My wife is amazing.
Mine too. So
she's a first generation natural born citizen of the U.S. Her mom and dad came here during the Vietnam conflict, and so like it's a completely different dynamic with how she acts to the kids versus how I act to the kids,
Yeah.
and so we, and they respond far better to her tactics than my tactics, which is fair enough.
Oh,
But
okay.
like I don't know, man. Like
Oh, that's cool, dude.
yeah.
I love multicultural families. That's good
Oh,
stuff.
dude, it's amazing. Like
Yeah, I love it
Yeah,
as well.
My cousin's family is all like my cousin married into a Filipino family, and just having like them all as my family now, it's really cool. And they have a lot of different things are different over at their house. So yeah, totally get you, man. Real quick, just want to get in the comments. Jim, just the guy who loves Spurs. Big up, Jim. Says Fire Country was the last show that he watched. I don't know if I've heard of it. I'll have to Google that. But Elias, what about you, man? What? I know you watched the movie, but what's the last TV show you watched?
Young Sheldon.
Nice, dude. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff.
fair enough.
But then I wanted to follow it up with, what's your favorite TV show? And
Lucifer.
Ooh,
Lucifer.
I've never seen it. I'll have to Google that.
Really? Okay.
I know
Lucifer is
the show.
Netflix.
I've- Elias, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's actually recommended for me to watch, but I haven't watched it yet. It's legit. Like you like it? Like
Yeah,
you think
it's
I would?
pretty cool. I've
Do you
watched
think-
all 7 seasons. Yeah, it's quite good actually.
Do you think I
If you
would?
like-
Take long to get
if you-
into it.
If you like those slightly more like twisted religious theories and like fantasies, it's pretty cool actually. Like in that particular show, Eve and Adam come down on Earth and they have like love affairs, and Eve turned out to be it's all quite funny actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
So you know me. I'm religious. I'm Catholic, but like, so I would probably like it. Based on probably because I like what's that movie with Keanu Reeves?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Constantine. That movie rules.
Constantine. No, yeah, absolutely. No. So I love that. So that's probably why it has been recommended for me. So yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So
Yeah, we'll
actually,
check it out.
Lucifer is like the story of like the Greek mythology mixed with the biblical narratives and all that,
Oh,
in a very comedic way, basically.
It
yeah.
sounds awesome.
And-
Sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Ryan
Dig
G
it.
in the chat though says he doesn't watch any new TV shows. He loves the In-Betweeners, probably his favorite TV show, but the UK version, of course. I didn't even know there was an American version or any other version of In-Betweeners. Good show though, and definitely funny.
Like what?
Jim?
What?
Oh, my bad.
Go
What
ahead,
were you
though.
saying, Nick?
I was just
you
gonna say,
go.
like, what American version of a British show is
Office?
actually worth a it's actually worth a fuck.
The Office.
No, I'm sorry, no, that's garbage. If you dude, no, compared to the English version, it is garbage. I
disagree,
dude,
but
Steve
I respect.
Carell. Steve Carell is great and all, but and I don't. The thing is, I don't like what's his face, the English version of him.
Why can't I think of his name? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I
holy
don't like
crap.
that dude at all, at all. But
Yeah.
the way that they present and the way that they do that show is far better than the American version of it. I'm just, maybe that's just it's an opinion,
Ricky Gervais is the guy that we're thinking of.
Ricky Gervais,
couldn't
I
get that out of my
cannot effing stand that dude. But his version of The Office is far better than the American version of The Office, and that's just
Yeah, hey, that's
my
it's okay.
opinion.
We are allowed to have opinions. No worries, man.
I still love you, brother.
Yeah. So we've been going almost an hour and a half. It is about time for me to log off and enjoy the rest of my day off. But guys, I just wanted to thank everybody for joining us, man. It's been good. It's been fun.
You're most welcome. Mate.
Jishnu says that he's going to bid $60 million for Alan Varela. Do you guys know who that guy is?
Mm-mm.
I'll have to Google him. Alan Varela.
Is it Varela?
Probably. He's an
Is it
Argentine
Spanish?
professional
Oh, yeah.
footballer who plays as a
Varela.
defensive or central midfielder. Cool. Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
man. I'm not sure he's worth that.
Alon
Vishnu, though,
Valera.
says Family Guy is his favorite show and Forrest Gump is his favorite movie. Family Guy is a legit show and Forrest Gump is a wonderful movie. So nice. Ryan G is saying a lot of English people prefer the US version of The Office, but he's never watched it. Man, Ryan. And then Jim says, bye, Jen's great show. I wanted to go ahead and real quick. So we want to pick up Chang, who renewed his membership, new member of the channel. He doesn't need to do that. He's part of the show. But thanks, Chang. And then Swim Master, real quick, I'll let you guys answer this before we pop off. Who has the easier run in to end the season, us or Villa? I'm not even sure who they play.
To end the season? So we have absolutely. Elias, dude, we have a gauntlet coming our way toward the end of the season, and so does so do the asshats, the Arsenal.
The villains.
Yeah, the villain. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. No. So yeah, Villa.
You mean the scum?
Well, the scum. No. Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, the scum. The ass hats.
Arsenal?
Yeah, no.
You mean Arsenal?
Arsenal, yeah, brother. No, so they have it's the same thing every freaking year. It's part of the reason why they never finish well, because the end of their season is always tough, and that's fine. I'm 100% fine with it because they there and they have this soft schedule in the middle to the
you're cutting out,
season.
Nick. I think you might be on the edge of where your internet works.
Oh, sorry, brother.
Oh,
how are we now?
No worries. I just couldn't hear you. I can hear you perfect now, bro.
Okay. Yeah. So no. Arsenal has a weak finish every single year, and there's a reason why. The reason is they have the meat of their schedule at the end of the season, and it's that's okay, that's fine. We also have a lot of the same teams that they play. We have it tough at the end of the season as well, but the thing is, like Tottenham, like we end up bowing up at the end of the season, and they end up softening up at the end of the season. And it's the same thing every freaking year, and it's why they people call them bottle jobs, and but when we do it, they call us bottle jobs. Like Tottenham's Arsenal's going to end up in 4th or 5th. Tottenham's going to end up in 4th or 5th. It's just going to be a coin flip between the two clubs as to who ends up 4th or 5th. And dude, like think about it, y'all. How long has it been before last year that they finished above us? 8 freaking years. 8 years it's been since they have finished above us the table at the end of the season. And so I'm hoping it's going to be the same. Like, it's going to be a coin flip at the end of the season as to whether they finish above us. Oh, they're beating people 5-6-0. I don't give a F. I don't care. It's freaking Arsenal.
I simply just can't wait for them to crash out of Champions League now. That's the one I'm waiting for.
I don't even. I haven't even watched them.
Who they play? I don't even know who they're playing in the Champions League.
Porto.
Yeah. No, they play Porto at home, right?
Yeah, so they have to play Porto at home now. If that game is a draw, they crash out. So they must win that game by 1 goal difference to go into the penalties, and then they have to beat them by 2 goal difference in order to really go hit. But I have a feeling Porto is very good defensively. They may park the bus at Emirates, and then they may lose actually.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man,
fingers
absolutely.
crossed. Fingers crossed, everybody. Well, again, I just want to say thanks to everybody in the chat and to you guys for my panel for being on the show with me today, Nick and Elias. I appreciate you guys both so much. Yeah, we are doing the same thing next week, and I actually have a list. So we've got some shows coming up, guys, on this channel tomorrow.
Except for this guy, by the way.
Yes, we'll get that up there. We'll get that up there. But tomorrow, guys, View from Asia at 11 a.m. with Ash and Chang.
I'm also Asian, by the way. You guys never invite me for that show for some reason. I don't know.
Well, we'll change that. We'll get that changed.
I
apologize.
I
apologize.
And
then at 4 p.m. We've got a show on El Tel, he and I. So that's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Then Thursday, we've got 4 p.m. show on Talking Ball, and then Jose's got his mop-up show Thursday, and then Friday we're doing predictions. It's going to be fun, guys. So just make sure you're subscribed and that you've hit the bell. You don't want to miss predictions this weekend, that's for sure. And
I'm catching
Ryan
Jose.
G,
I'm catching him, man.
I'm trying. I can't get out of 10th place.
Dude, I got three completely correct this week. So
hell yeah.
I had a good week in my FPL this week, but not so much so on like this prediction thing.
It's hard. But Ryan G says Porto beat Benfica 5-0 at the weekend. So hopefully that's a good sign that they're going to come out and just smash Arsenal. But yeah, guys, so show soon. Make sure you've subscribed, like this video, hit the bell, all of that good stuff. Oh my God, Caden, I'm so sorry. Caden McLeish says Celtic fan here, give us back Postecoglou. We're keeping him, man.
We're keeping him. We are keeping.
Sorry, mate.
He is ours now. But
it is what it is, mate. Like how Postecoglou would say, it is what it is, mate.
It is what it is, mate. And he'll be gone in a couple of years anyway. That's his style. He's a journeyman.
Don't.
I don't want it to happen. I don't want that to happen. It's just what he does. Don't even put that out there.
Don't jinx it, man.
No, so here's the thing. So we need our Pep. We need our Klopp. We need that dude. 7, 8, 9 years. We need that guy that's going to be here for that long, so that they can fix everything from the U10s from the U10s all the way up to the first team. We need that right now, because we had that with Poch, and then they sacked him, and then we've had dudes 2 years, 6 months, 2 years. Like, just we got to have that.
Ryan G said Liverpool need a new Klopp, maybe Ange. No.
Liverpool want who they're not going to get, because they want Xabi Alonso, but dude is in line at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
He's fucking in line to be the next Real Madrid.
That's a poison chalice, though.
We missed our chance. Like, we were linked with him in the summer.
Yeah, we were linked with, dude. We were linked with a lot of people. Like, it doesn't matter, like, who we were linked with. To be fair, it doesn't matter who we're linked with. It matters who fits the system, who fits. Tottenham is very much balls to the wall, a very much like aggressive type of football, and it does not suit Mourinho. It does not suit Conte. It does not suit those type of managers. It does not suit that type of that style of play. It doesn't suit that. We have to have somebody here that is going to be here for 4 to 5 years and can leak over into the youth and get that to the point to where we need to be. That's what we need. And Postecoglou.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Maybe. I'm hoping that he can he can invest, whatever the freaking word I'm looking for. He can he can
kind of
make,
instill in these guys like a instill.
Absolutely. Yeah, instill. Yeah. He can instill in the youth what we want to do. With this cavalier attitude, this balls to the wall, this, you know, attacking style of football that Tottenham has always been known for. And the reason why the whole reason why I'm even a freaking Tottenham fan, like I'm in the US. I can pick from anybody. Like, it doesn't freaking matter. I got friends who are, you know, Arsenal or freaking, you know,
yeah, wait,
Man
you have
United.
friends who are Arsenal?
Yeah, I do. Well, yeah,
All of us do, right?
But no, I got people who are fans of other clubs, and the only reason they're fans of other clubs is because they win trophies. Well, that's what my 9-year-old is obsessed with too. So, but the problem here is that Tottenham, Tottenham is is aggressive. Is the style of play is in your face, is going to is it's just completely different than these other clubs, most of the other clubs. And
yeah, I mean, some of the clubs play, you know, some nice football as well.
Dude, everybody in the top of the all the European top 5 leagues play this style of football. All of them. They all play that style. And everybody wants to be like, oh, it's a tactics issue. No, it's not. It's not a tactics issue. If you think it's a tactics issue, go talk to Pep. Go talk to freaking Klopp. Go talk to those dudes who've been doing it for 8 or 9 fucking years. Talk to those dudes.
I think it's funny that people think it's a tactics issue or that we've been found out. All you have to do is watch any game that this dude's managed for the past forever.
30 years?
The exact same way. Yeah. So I don't know what they think has been found out that wasn't already public knowledge. You know what I mean? He's not hiding anything. He's not like tricking anybody. He basically comes out and says, this is the style I'm going to play. You know,
surprise, motherfucker. I'm playing attacking style football.
Yeah, you would never guess this, but I'm going to play the type of football I always play.
Right.
Prepare yourselves. You know what I mean? And that's what he does, and I love that about him. Colin, you will end the show by 8 p.m. Yeah, right. I know exactly. I always go longer than I mean to. It's okay.
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
No worries. Look who's here.
It's my fault.
We've got a sexy beast right above you.
What's going on? Are you timing yourself or something? Because all I can see comments. All I can see is comments about the timing. Are you stopping the show?
I thought about it, but
no, Jose, you're going.
Yeah,
está bien.
We're going.
Yeah, todo bien,
hermano.
Todo bien, hermano. See, I thought the show was going really, really well, and I'm just like,
well, we're still going. We're still going. But yeah,
Colin's got to go to work, so.
No, I don't work.
No,
today.
today's his day off. That's why he does the member show on a Tuesday.
I'm off, brother. I got all the time in the world. I can put this back up. Talking Ball coming to you from Bexhill and Evansville. I love that.
I'm fiery today, y'all. I apologize.
I heard. I've been hearing you in the background, Nick. Fantastic.
I'm sorry, Jose.
I think the fire is brilliant, but I don't know whether I agree with everything that came with the fire. But I think the fire is brilliant. What I will say is, from your what you was talking about Arsenal, the difference is in the past 8 seasons or so is that Arsenal's team has evolved and changed in the last 8 years. They're not as weak as what they once were. They have got stronger. And everyone has to play each other 38 times. So twice, home and away, 38 times. That's why we've got 38 games. The top 3 at the moment will remain the top 3. There is no way that Arsenal are going to fall to 4th or 5th. There's no way that happens.
You don't think? You don't think Arsenal will be 4th or 5th?
Nah, they're so far. Look at their points. They're so far in front of Villa and Tottenham. They are. And you look at the fixtures. I don't think that the top three won't change in my mind's eye. I don't think they'll change.
Just real quick. Where were they at this time last year? They were first. And
no, they'd already
they were
been
first.
Well, I thought they'd already been whittled away.
No. At this point, they were already toward the top. They were already 1, 2, 3, and it's the same thing. This is I'm not trying to disagree with you just to disagree. Arsenal do this every single year. They get 1, 2, or 3, and then they fall off. And it's the same thing like last year. They were 8 points clear of City, and with like 5 or 6 games left, and they fell off. It's fine. It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion, and so I have a lot of friends who are Arsenal fans. Actually, I have far more Arsenal fan friends than I have Tottenham fan friends. So most of the coaches for my son's teams, both of my son's teams are all Arsenal fans. And so like they're constantly giving me crap. I'm like, all right, it's fine. At the end of the season, let's see where you're at. And every single year, it's the same thing. There'll be 1 or 2 or 3, and then going into March, late March, April, freaking whatever, and then where do they end up? They always end up, at or below us. Within the last decade. Like we're talking, it's been 8 years before last year that they finished above us. Before last year, it was 8 freaking years. I don't know. I mean, you they're a far better team this year than they have been in the last decade. You're 100% correct on that. I don't think that Arsenal will finish. I think they will scrape to be in the top 4.
They're currently 11 points ahead of us. So that's something to just think about.
They also have a game in hand.
That's true.
We have the game in hand, against Chelsea.
Yeah, that's one, man. Yeah.
Right, but what I'll say, right, the finishing positions last year, Arsenal currently are 1 place worse off than where they finished last year. So Arsenal finished runners-up last year. They're currently in 3rd. Yeah?
Yeah. Yep.
Man City are 2nd, but they're currently 1 position behind because they finished top. Liverpool are currently 1st, but they finished 5th last season. Newcastle, I don't know where they are, but they finished 4th last year, and I don't know where they are. They're a lot further down the league table, so they're not going to finish any higher than what they did last year. Brighton, I don't believe that they'll finish any higher than they did last year. They finished 6th, but at the moment, Man United occupy 6th place, and Brighton are too inconsistent for me, so I don't think they're going to get there. Aston Villa, however, finished 7th last year, and Tottenham finished 8th, and I fully believe that Tottenham and Aston Villa will finish higher than what they did last season by the end of this season. The other teams, looking at the other teams, Wolves are currently flying, and last year they finished 13th, as Ryan G will know in the chat.
100% Hermano.
Everton were 4th from bottom, they're there or thereabouts. Forest were 5th from bottom, there or thereabouts. Bournemouth may finish higher than 15th that they did last year. West Ham may finish higher than 14th that they did last year.
Yeah.
Chelsea finished 12th last year, so there or thereabouts, they're going to be around that position. Palace finished 11th. I think they might finish lower than 11th this year.
Uno segundo. Where did you, Jose? Where did you have? What did? Okay, I gotta freaking word this right. What did you think that Tottenham? Where did you think Tottenham would finish at the end of this season? Or
what, now or at the start of the season?
During. I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm completely wording it wrong. During the summer, where did you envision Tottenham finishing the season?
This season, before the season started, I thought we'd be top 6.
See, okay.
I didn't believe in all the doom and gloom that people were saying about we lost Kane and we're 30.
Dude, I had like Ocho, like I was, I had them finishing like 8th.
I had top 6, mate. I had top 6.
I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, on my LTL shows that I did in the summer, I talk about all this then, and I said that we're going to have a better people this season than what people think because we're going to be playing proper football. We're not going to be playing the hide behind the sofa, blink hands over your eyes football that we played for the final.
We're playing big
Thank
boy
God.
ball.
Thank
We're
God.
playing big boy football. That's it. Like every team in the top of every one of the 5 major leagues in Europe plays this style of football. Every freaking one of them. And people that want to say like, oh well, we should adjust the style to who we're playing. No, we shouldn't. You know who does that? Mid-table teams. You know who does shit like that? Mid-table teams that are fighting relegation. That's who do shit like that. We should not do that. We should stick to what we're good at and what we've been practicing the entire freaking year during training and on the pitch. We're doing a very specific style that Pep, Klopp, freaking Javi Alonso, freaking everybody is doing this now. Why is it so ridiculous that we are sticking to a specific style in the first year? It's just beyond me how people are just so like, man, I don't know. It's frustrating to me at the moment because I love this club. I love the way that we play. I love the way that we play, and we got to keep it going, man. Like just.
I think that you could sometimes maybe like adjust tactics a bit depending on who you're playing, but you don't need to change your style of play. You know what I mean?
He does. He does. He changes very slightly, and the only thing that he changes are who starts right now, or who is starting in the forward line. Like that's basically what he's doing right now, and if Dragosin were pushing more, I mean, fair enough. He's trying
learning
to
a new system,
right? But he's trying to unseat fucking Christian Romero and fucking Van de Ven. Like, come on, man! Like,
right?
Who's gonna unseat those dudes? Who?
Yeah, I don't even know. Ledley King.
Actually, by the way, guys, have you guys been following up on that center back we signed from Croatia? He's like 16 or 17 years old guy. He's
I know you're talking about though.
Vuskovic. He scored this week. He scored,
he's dead
this week.
And he will be with us next January, by the way.
But he's like 17, right?
17 now, yeah. He's damn good.
But one of these, when I talk on the shows about we're trying to evolve Tottenham and we're trying to follow a model that others have followed, and we're bringing in youngsters, and some of them are to fatten up our academy so we get better in our academy and stuff like that. From all ages, so even 9 and 10-year-olds were trying to draw him into the academy. This chap, along with Bergvall hasn't been bought to sit in the academy and to be loaned out to other clubs. This youngster, centre back, he's not been bought to do that either. He's been bought to come into the first team squad. So yeah, it's something to look forward to, and we do get him.
I agree.
Elias is right. We get him in January.
I'm actually gonna make a statement here, which a lot of people don't agree. Lucas Bergvall can supersede the likes of Jude Bellingham. Actually, that guy is that talented. Actually, a goal-scoring midfielder. He's that.
That's a big segment, brother.
That is.
That's a big statement, man.
I like it.
No, I love it.
Right.
Thank you, Elias.
Let's say hello to Niall. Niall's had to come in, so say hello to Niall.
Niall.
Hello to Chris Peters.
Chris, what up, my man?
And look who's just woken up.
Hey, David Shears in the house.
He's woken up
Once you
though. That's like
Once you get all the
most
way
of the
woken up.
3, 4 a.m. in Australia.
Yeah, he wakes up at like 4:30 in the morning, I think.
I think
Wow.
it's the same time as it is where you are, right, Elias?
No.
Am I
So
wrong?
only Perth and the Malaysia at the same time. The rest of
Yeah,
Malaysia, they're
Yeah, but so's David. David's the same time as Chang. He's 8 hours.
Oh, is he in Perth?
Chang, that's what it is. Yeah.
2
Oh, okay.
a.m.
Yeah,
Oh,
2 a.m.
fuck, man.
Jesus
Okay, David
Christ,
here.
man.
Are you based in Perth or nearby that area there?
Let us
Because
know,
that
David.
is
I know
like
that
same
you showed me the beautiful place that you
David
live, but I don't
David
know.
Shear lives in a beautiful place called Esperance in Australia,
Yeah,
And you
He's
literally
and he's in the 8-hour time zone.
yeah, and
Boom.
David's
he's a
David's
good
a
man.
freaking good ass dude. Like
He's got some
we-
awesome talking ball merch coming his way that he's ordered.
Oh, yeah?
It's shipped, David. I've looked at it. It's all shipped, my
Oh
man.
yeah,
So
by the way.
it is in the
Oh,
air.
He's in Perth.
By the way, just for
It's a nice garage
just
you got
for
there.
y'all. Yeah, no. So this is my what I'm about to set up. So this is that's a four color screen press. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I'm
nice,
about to
dude.
set this up. Yeah. So and I talked to Jacob about what's about to happen. So I'm going
Wow,
to
you talked to Jacob first.
No, Colin, don't
kidding.
shame me, bro.
kidding.
Don't
No
shame me.
No shame.
I
No
got
shame, no
I know
shame.
I got you. I got you, man. I got you. Absolutely.
But
No,
what's
so-
going to happen? What's going to happen? Now I'm
So you're-
offended. You to
It's a print.
American.
No, so I when I get everything set up, I'm going to start putting out shirts for all you guys. You
nice.
and Jacob and fucking whoever. Yeah.
It's
So
a, so you're
I
printing-
want one. I love Eric Dyer shirt.
Eric Dyer shirt. Okay. As long as it's Eric Dyer CDM shirt, but not a Eric Dyer. Eric Dyer should never have been moved.
No, I want one of that when Eric Dyer is sitting in the toilet reading newspaper.
I want a shirt with Eric Dyer, like getting ready to beat up that fan or whatever he was.
Oh no! How badass was that though? Like for real.
That was the
Think-
coolest
think
thing
about
he's
that.
done in years. That's
That
the
was
coolest thing he's done in years.
that was. Think about that, dude. That's your brother. Somebody's talking shit to your family. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna hop up in there and beat some ass. That's that's the Southern in me, man. Like that. I'm gonna whip your ass. You talking shit to my family? I'm gonna fucking whip your ass. That's it. And that's 100%. Like people talk shit about Eric Dyer, but I'll tell you what, that dude should have never been moved to center back for starters. Secondly, that dude is he would sooner bleed than let you do anything. Like because
Remember that interview he came out with, and he said like people say stuff
I
about Spurs,
know.
and I don't like it or something like that. And I was like,
No.
oh shit, this guy's awesome. Like he had a lot of fire in him at first, and was really
did.
interested in like taking Spurs up to that next level. And Pochettino had gotten everybody so on board and so on the train.
Eric Dyer, even like in the back three of the middle of the back three, he looked good. I'm not gonna lie, because that role is a lot like a central midfielder as well. Sorry, it's a central defensive midfielder when you have to like play long balls from behind, and he suited that role. I think if you look at his last year's games as well, only the games where he played with Langley and Sanchez, those were the ones that he was bad.
Elias, so and you and I have talked about Eric Dyer before, and we both can agree that the worst move for him was from CDM to central midfielder, or I'm sorry,
central defender. Why did? And it's like he pushed for that. I don't know why he did.
He
that.
did. Well, no, it's well.
I think the issue was that they had too many CDMs back then, and he was not getting a lot of playing time, and they needed like a defender who can actually like throw long balls from behind to like Kane and Son.
Yeah, like
and
like
he can actually do that.
It was a Jose
Yeah.
Mourinho thing. It was a Jose Mourinho thing, and but the thing is, like Jose Mourinho,
loved Dyer. He wanted Dyer at United.
He loved him, but the thing is, like, he is. I'm gonna get fucking blasted for this.
He's a typical counter-attacking type of a defender.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Jose Mourinho is a fucking genius, and here's why. Jose Mourinho has won 26 trophies. He's won every fucking thing that you can think of. He's won it. And he's been there, done that. But what he does is he takes a player like Eric Dyer and he looks at him and goes, where is this boy going to benefit me in my system? Or not just in my system, but within the overall spectrum of the club. And he's going to put them there, which is why he brought in he brought in Skip, right? He brought in what's the other kid's name? He brought in a couple of the other youth that we have now been loaning out and whatnot, and they're like 23 now. Like Skip's 23, and
Tanganga's about that age.
Tanganga, that was the other kid that he brought in.
I got you.
Like, thank you, brother. Here, this one.
Try Parrot. This one.
But that's the thing. Like Mourinho, that's what he does. He improves what you have already, and
his style is just god awful and no fun to watch.
Absolutely, 100%. His, yeah, no. His. Oh God!
It's fun when Kane's playing a ball over the top for Sonny to run onto, and Sonny beats 3 defenders and scores. But when that's not happening, the football fucking sucked, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely, and it's far better than the kick and run bullshit that Conte does. Like, you know, the kick and run, like kick the ball and somebody fucking run and go get it. Like that's what U10s and U8s do. Like literally, that's what my son is playing against this Saturday.
I'll just say this about Conte: it's nice having 80% possession in a match instead of 20. It's nice to be on the other side of that. Whereas with Conte, you know, like we finished against Palace with what? I think like 80% possession.
It was 70. I think it was like you're close. Like I think it's like 70 something. But regardless, like
it'd be totally flipped around if it was Conte. We would have had 20% of the ball. They would have had 80, and we would have been
and it would have been 1-0. The score would have been like 1-0. But you know that and that's fine. You know, whatever. But that's not Tottenham. That is not Tottenham. 1-0 is not Tottenham.
3-2. How do you feel about that? That's a good question for Jose, because Jose's been Spurs longer than us. Do you think those guys personified Tottenham? Do you think we played the Tottenham way, Mourinho and Conte?
Do they play the Tottenham way?
Do you think?
No.
I knew that was the answer. I just wanted to get you to say it.
The last time that people played the Tottenham way was Pochettino.
Hell yeah!
I love you, Jose.
Played it under Pochettino. We played it under Redknapp. We played it under Martin Jol. And before that, we had a really barren spell. You'd have to go back a fair few years before that. We probably did it under Ozzy when we played the famous 4-0-6. So we played 6 people up front and 4 defenders and no one in midfield.
Jesus Christ, that's awesome.
Oh, it was mental. No, it was mental. You'd win games 5-4. It was just mad. There was no logic or rhyme or reason to. Ozzy Ardiles just wanted attack.
He's like, that's what I know how to do.
He wasn't very tactically aware, Ozzy, as a manager, but boy, did he give us some enjoyable games. So, yeah, you'd have to go back. We had a barren spell between Ozzy and Martin Jol era and that.
Was the football bad or just the quality of players bad?
Everything. Quality of players. The football wasn't to dare is to do. So to me, the motto is to dare is to do. And we didn't to dare to do between Ozzy and probably Martin Jol, to be honest.
That's where I'm at, Jose. That's where I'm at right now with everybody saying, oh, oh, we should. Ange is naive, and he is. He should do. He should put 3 at the back and blah blah blah. Like
That's
no.
BS.
Man's
Like,
not
no,
going to change.
that's-
What's happened? I'll tell you what's happened, Nick. As a fan base,
Yes, sir.
right? I'm not going to say us 4 here as individuals. I'm going to talk about in general as a fan base. As a fan base, I think the majority of fans this season have Tottenham exceeded their expectations from what they thought at the start of the season. And because of the being exceeded, and you look at the first 10 games as well, because expectations were exceeded for a lot of the fans, what they then expected is that we should go on to bigger and better things and much stronger things at the rapid rate that we were going at the first 10 games of the season. And because that slowed down, because of injuries, because of suspensions, because of other tournaments, because of other teams as well working, changing tactics and stuff like that. There's a whole multitude of variables why it's changed. And that's why, as a fan base, we're expecting a lot more now. And too early, in my eyes, a lot of the fan base. But if people really put their hand on their heart at the start of the season, and someone said to you at the start of the season, we're going to play football this way, and we're going to be treated to the football that we've been treated to, which is not, it's not the football that we've had for the last 4 years. People would have taken it, but I just think that we've exceeded a lot of the fans' expectations, and that's why they want more, and more. Where some fans are prepared to wait that little bit longer because they understand they're in the project, he's just starting out. He's got to build his squad. He came in and took over a squad that wasn't his. Regardless, 6 players, buying 6 players in the summer doesn't change your squad, because you've had 30 players at the club. Add another 6 that you've bought in, you've got 36 players. You can only have a squad of 25. Some players are not going to be yours, so you've got to give the man a chance. And I just think that a lot of the fans have their expectations have been exceeded really early on, and
when
therefore
we were top of the table or right
exceeded,
about there.
but been exceeded very early on, so they become very critical without looking at the bigger picture. I mean, Saturday. So sorry, just before I talk about Saturday, can I just say, David Shear, I don't know what you're doing up at this godforsaken hour, you absolute lunatic. But what I will say to you is, before Facebook went down, David, I sent you a message to explain to you why you were no longer a member. So hopefully when you wake up in the morning at a reasonable time, you will understand my message, sir. And then apart from that, David, you did well in this week's predictions. You are the first person that I know.
So did I.
That did, no, but David, points wise, he may not got as many points as the person as Totspurs, but David predicted whether yellow or green. He predicted 9 out of the 10 results.
Let me see if I can get.
Dude, I got Tottenham, and I got 2 completely correct, and
David Shear's right there.
I'll go.
I'm on the wrong one. That's why
I'll go to you, talking bit. You got 2 correct predictions. You got Man City correct, and you got Tottenham correct.
Boom.
Yes, sir.
And then you had 3.
I will always get Tottenham correct, brother.
But then you had 3 correct. So sorry, you had 3 correct scores. Sorry, 3 correct predictions and 3 correct scores. So 3 greens and 3 yellows. But David Shear got one. David Shear got 1 correct score and 1 correct prediction and 8 scores. Whichever way you look at it, he scored out of 9 games out of 10. He scored points in. So David ended up with actually scoring 10 points.
Nice job. Beat me by 1 point.
No, he got 11. He got 11. Sorry, he got 11. He got 8 ones.
Yeah.
So he got 8 yellows and 1 green. So he ended up with 11 points. So David Shear did really well. And
Nice
David,
job, man.
if you're listening, David, I did read these out earlier, but you've already climbed into 47th place out of 70 people. So you've already raced up the league table. So anyway, well done.
Jose, how many did you get?
I got
how many points?
2 greens and 1, 2,
So
3,
6.
4, 5 yellows. So I've got 11 points.
Bullshit!
I got 9.
Rigged. It's rigged.
No, Jose just listens to all the press conferences and he knows who's going to be
I'm
playing.
kidding.
He knows who's going to be.
Totspurs is the one that's closed up with me. Closed up by 3 points. Totspurs got
know.
three greens and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows.
Wow.
So Tots,
I got.
Spurs
So
beat
I
me
got
by 3
what?
points.
I got
So
3
David
greens
says,
and
"What
like
can I
4
say?"
yellows. So 3, 6, 9, 13. So I got 13, and you got. Oh man, it's rigged. It's rigged. I'm kidding.
It is.
I'm kidding, brother.
No, you got 2 greens, and
Oh,
you
yeah,
got
2.
3 reds. No, sorry, 3 yellows. So you scored 9 points this week.
I know.
Nice
I
job,
know.
brother.
I know.
Tied. We both scored 9 points this week.
It's rigged. I'm kidding.
So
David
anyway,
is-
I'm going to go back to Saturday. So
Yeah.
what I was going to say about Saturday, we did the watch along on Saturday, which went really well. We really enjoyed it. What I saw, I don't know, whatever you showed me on, Colin, whatever we watched it on, right?
Mhm.
That was really good pictures because the camera angle seemed to be different to what they show here on Sky. And what I saw is a lot of the stuff that was coming from behind the goal and above. So you could see the patterns of play. You could see what we were doing and what we were moving. And for me, even though people were screaming in the first half, at half time, we had people in the chat going absolutely mad. And at half time, I turned around and said to people, do you know what? That first half wasn't as bad as what you think, because I could see what Tottenham were trying to do. I could see how they were playing in possession and how they were trying to move their players about, draw them in, draw them out of position. And I felt that Werner was the only one, and he was the only one that was trying to go past the player. And at half time, I turned around and said to the people who are watching us on the watch along, I said at half time, really, honestly, I can see green shoots. And at half time, I said, we will still win this game because Werner will become, what Werner is doing it in the first half, he'll continue to do it in the second half, but more regularly as they tire. He'll do it more regularly. And in the end,
I think Werner was like the best forward that day.
yeah,
He was incredible. He's a great
He was
player.
my man of the match.
Mine
Dude,
too.
I've been saying this entire freaking season, we need to quit having shot creation be on the ground. We need to get the damn ball up in the air because we have Richarlison good at headers. We have so many dudes who are good at getting the ball
Mickey
in
Van
the air.
Van, Romero.
All of them. Romero scored with a fucking header, and like, what happens? Get the damn ball up in the air. Get a volley into the box. Get
Werner
the damn volley into the box. That's
Werner
like,
at one point he scored quite a lot of headers as well.
Oh,
yeah, man. Like it's
I'm
so
sort of surprised our
frustrating.
defenders don't score more. Like Van de Ven is kind of a giant, but he doesn't get very many goals. He's not a very, I guess, attacking minded player.
Oh, he's 6'4" and
Bentancur can score headers quite well.
yeah.
yeah.
I just want to say,
Bentancur is like what?
Sandoval, big up Daniel. Big up one love.
Buenas tardes, Daniel.
But yeah, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you there. I interrupted you really bad. But yeah, no, with Perisic out, I feel like that's when the crossing at Spurs died. Is when Perisic got injured.
So
True.
Did
So,
Perisic play this weekend?
Did Perisic play this weekend?
I've got a feeling that Perisic played this weekend.
What? What do you mean?
at Hajduk Split or
Whoever he's gone to, I have a feeling that he played this
no,
weekend,
it's
or he made an appearance because
Where did he
I
go?
remember something.
I
down
think
along
he's
Twitter.
if I'm not mistaken, he's at the same club where Luka
Yeah,
Vuskovic is.
Football London one day ago says Ivan Perisic makes surprise return.
There we go. So I thought I'd
Ivan
read something.
Perisic joined Hajduk Split on loan until the end of his Spurs contract this summer and is agreed. Okay, but however, the Croatian is known as a quick healer, and so it has proved after he was named on the bench, albeit as an unused sub, for Hajduk's 1-0 league win against Istra at the weekend.
Bloody hell!
So-
We could have done with him, couldn't we?
We
If
could
he's
have.
back
Well,
already,
so
if he's back already,
the thing with Perisic, he's great at creating chances in the box. Great,
But he's not a compressor.
No, but the thing is, the dude loses the ball more than he creates a chance by far. Like if you look at stats and which are fact.
We have lost Nick for just a moment.
Colin. I got to run. It's like freaking 2 a.m. here, and I got
Yeah, no, get some sleep, dude. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. And hey,
So,
and we'll get Step Up Spurs up and make sure that everybody knows and joins up.
yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, absolutely. Man. Have a good one, buddy. We appreciate you.
I'll see you guys probably at the next. Are you doing the morning Colin show as well, like your night and my morning? That one.
I don't know about today. I'm not sure yet if I have it in me, but we'll see. If I do, I'll see you then.
If you do, I'll probably join from my drive to work. Yeah.
Sweet. Sounds
okay,
awesome.
See you, mate.
Elias, have a good sleep, mate. Thank you very much, Elias.
Thanks, Jose. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, everyone in the chat.
Boom, boom. Of course, dude.
So,
anytime.
With Perisic, what I'm going to say about Perisic is, so David Shear's saying, can't wait for what Veliz can do with his height. Veliz is also.
I knew you would like that one because
Veliz is also good on the deck, man. He's good on the deck as well. Chris Peters says Perisic will not handle the high pressing and speed of a counter attack. And David Shear says has had the quick fix knee recon that older players tend to get. Cuts down rehab time, but not as.
By half, because rehab time by half, but not as good.
Right, but what I will say, right, and I was hearing what Nick was saying just about, but what I was going to say is, in rugby, right, rugby union, right, what they've got is you've got 15 players that take the field, and then you've got the bench, and the bench is filled with players of equal measure. So, i.e., of equal ability, and you fill the players with, I don't know, 8 subs or whatever you get. And what they call it in rugby is they call it the finishers. So they play with their first team or their first 15. Usually play for up to about 50 or 60 minutes. Bearing in mind that rugby's only a 80-minute game, so it's two 40-minute halves. But by the time they've got to the 50th minutes, that's the first 10 minutes of their second half. So that's the first quarter, the second half. They start filling off the bench. They take them off the bench and they put them into the 15 and swap their players around like that. So therefore, the level doesn't drop. The level stays as it is because then you get speed and youth or whatever you're bringing on. Now, in saying that, at the start, in our 10 games unbeaten, although he got injured, in the first 6 games or so that he played, he came off the bench and was like a finisher for us. He came off and he always played left. Whoever the left forward was, we always brought him on to replace the left forward. So whether it was Richarlison, whether it's Sonny, whoever played that position, we always brought him off the bench and he did really well as a finisher. So for me, Perisic, I'm not asking Perisic to play wing back. I'm not asking Perisic to get up and down. All I want Perisic for is his attacking. And in his attacking, Perisic has got a really good delivery. And the other thing about Perisic is Perisic can deliver with left or right. Unlike a lot of players in the Premiership, Perisic was a 2-footed player. Okay, he's predominantly left-footed, but could use his right foot as well. So therefore was a 2-footed player. So someone like Perisic, for me, would have been invaluable if he's back already, would have been invaluable for me. Even for nuisance value, even if you only give you 10 minutes every game at the end of the game, but he was going to get the ball into the box for you all the time, whether it's high or low, because he can play with both feet. I think it would have been invaluable for me. I would have liked to see Perisic, 1, not injured, and 2, finish his contract off at Tottenham. Alas, it wasn't to be.
I wonder. Yeah, I guess we didn't figure he would be fit by this time, or if he was, that he wouldn't be, game ready.
It's interesting what David said. What David says here. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to research that. I didn't know there were different types of operations.
That's interesting what he says.
Yeah, nice. Interesting, David.
And Ryan is saying that he liked Perisic as well, but it was a shame about his injury. So yeah, it's true.
I really like Ryan. So me and Ryan are both, we get it. He really likes Perisic. I really like him. No, I'm just kidding. Ryan, though, you're a cool dude. Very, very glad that you have joined the channel, my man, and are here hanging out.
He's a good guy, Ryan. Good guy.
Yeah, he seems like it for real. Real good guy.
He's a good guy. He is a very good guy. Yeah, we're happy to have him. Happy to have him here at Talk and Ball and over at LTL Cockerell as well.
Boom,
so yeah, I'm happy to have.
So hey,
Ryan.
you weren't here when I asked everybody these questions, so this is just real quick, just to get to know about you, Jose. Favorite TV show? Well, first I asked what was the last TV show you watched, and then I moved to favorite.
What's the last TV show you watched? What do you mean by TV show? I don't know what you're saying. What do you mean?
Like
A
like
series?
yes.
Okay, I've just finished watching Kin. Kin.
I'll have to Google that.
It's Irish.
Good deal?
Irish mobster
Ooh,
stuff.
gangsters.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's Irish, but it's really good.
That sounds
It's all about Irish families, but it's really good.
sweet. No, I definitely want to see that. Then that sounds awesome. I used to watch a show called
It's only-
Black Donnellys.
Yeah, it's
Got
only
canceled.
two series, and there's only 6 episodes in each series, and
So I can knock it
two.
out today.
There's only 2 that have been done. So yeah, in 12 hours you can smash the whole of the 2 series.
Might have to. So that's a good one, I'm guessing, and it sounds great. Now we move on to your favorite, and this is where it gets hard.
So when you're saying favorite TV show, can that be absolutely anything and everything?
yes, anything could be a sports something on like Sky, like a sports program. It could be a cartoon. It could be Only Fools and Horses. I'm trying to think of what
How many
version.
accounts has this person got?
Who do we have here now? Oh God, I don't know. Hopefully they're all sub though.
Look at that.
Hey,
It's Mr. Cullen. It's Donna's dad. Hello, Wagwan, Mr. Cullen.
Mr. Cullen, nice to have you here.
Sorry, David Shear saying all the players are getting towards the end of their careers. Have them. They are in the artificial graft, and sometimes works and sometimes don't work.
Oh shit.
You got for a US show. Chris Peters is saying Breaking Bad.
Hell yeah, that's a wonderful show.
Cosmic
Loved
Sean
it.
is saying Ghost UK is pretty funny.
I'll have to look it up. I've never heard of that one either.
Only Fools and Horses is a classic.
Definitely.
And you've got David saying hello to everyone. David, I can't believe he's still up. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, David, you got my message that I sent you this morning. Or I sent it hours ago, but hopefully you'll get that because we don't want you to think that you were took your membership away. Because
in fact, I mean, if you'd like to come on the show, I don't know how to get you the link, son of a bitch.
Messenger, if you've got him on the Facebook. Do it on Messenger on Facebook.
I don't think Facebook's working right now.
You got Facebook is back up and running.
Okay.
Right, so you've got Mr. Cullen, Donna's dad, saying, Mr. Jose, Donna has been crying all day and night that a stalker named Ryan G has been spoiling her love life. Okay, fair enough. I'm not getting involved. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not getting involved.
Don't worry, no, it's all good.
Not at 2 a.m. in the morning. He's not. Fair enough. No, he said not at 2 a.m. in the morning. So favorite TV show.
Yeah.
See, for me, a favorite TV show would be a series.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But I can't say it's my favorite, but I can tell you what I'll be watching next.
What's that?
I don't have to remember the first name of it. Is it is it Mary and George?
Sounds pretty British to me.
It is Mary and George, isn't it? It's a drama miniseries that's starting. Is that the right name for it?
Stars. Is on
Mary
Stars.
and George.
Yeah, I see it. Mary and George is an audacious, hysterical psychodrama about a treacherous mother and a son who schemed, seduced, and killed to conquer the court of England.
Yeah, it's starting today on Sky, which means that you can catch it on the. It starts today, so the first episode comes out today, but on demand you can actually watch the whole series if you want, just in one hit.
Sweet.
So I think that's the next one I'm going to watch because I saw it being advertised.
We got somebody in the back. Another surprise for everybody. Thumbs up when you're ready. And he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Mr.
sorry, y'all.
Nick is back. Oh, you're good, dude.
It has been.
You got shit going on today, man.
Yeah, dude, it's been a day. Actually, I sat down in my chair and I broke it.
Oh man, snap! You fall backwards and everything. Did you do the whole like?
No, I sat down in my chair and you're like, hey, give me a thumbs up, and I go boom. I'm like, shit.
That's awesome. It's been one of those days. It's just one of those days for you today, my man.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, God.
So hey, real
Alright.
quick question: this summer, we need some players. We obviously are going to be active in the market. What's the first player that you would grab, Nick, if you had an opportunity? Do you have like a player in mind that you want? I know Jose has a couple wingers, but just wondering if you had
player
anybody
in mind. Oh man. So just because I've seen him play a lot, the striker from Mexico, Jimenez, Santi Jimenez. He's a fucking baller, y'all. I'm telling you. Yeah.
I don't know. I always say this. I don't know shit about him.
Dude, I watch a lot of I watch a lot of U.S. National team games, and the Mexico v U.S. is it's a big deal, especially in the South where I live. It's a big thing, and like anytime that happens, or it's whatever, in the bar that I own, it fills the place up. So but
you're just one Texas away from Mexico, bro. You're right there.
One Texas away from Mexico.
All you got to do is just one Texas away.
I'm one Texas away.
That's it. That's it.
I love that. That's good. That's I'm
like, how many Texas am I away from you?
You're two Texas.
No, I think I'm one. I think I'm just one Texas away from you. Also,
you're one Texas away from me, but you're two Texases away from Mexico. Yeah,
fair.
Yeah, but,
fair enough.
Yeah, and
So anyway, you were saying, Phil. Sorry, we got.
Anyway, can I just interrupt this love session that these two Yanks are having? We over here don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about.
For real. Like,
do you know what? Let these two carry on talking about their exes in Texas.
Yeah, we got to get the accents out. But he really did fall through the chair, everybody. That
actually just happened.
So real quick. So Jose, so we know that Santiago Jimenez is the player that Nick would go and nab first. What do you what about you? What about you, Jose? Who's your first player you're bringing in? If they say, Jose, you're in charge of transfers for the day, go grab us somebody that you would like.
So for me, I said all along that you need to figure out, the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out moving on the 4 that we need to move on that have been loaned out at the moment. Yeah, that's first and foremost, because we have a 25-man squad already without them 4. So we need to, Rodon will probably move on, so will Spence, but we need to move Reguilon on and then Bailey. Get rid of them 4 out of the club first of all. Get some money, doesn't have to be loads, but just get rid of them 4 so they're off your books. Then you start rotating the players that you need to get rid of from the squad, and you bring players in. There is no point us bloating and bringing the players in that we want to have, because if they come in, then we're going to have the same problem we've got now, where you've got a 25-man squad and then you're sending players back out on loan again. We don't want that. The players that we should be sending out on loan are the youngsters. Send the youngsters out for first team experience, but don't send out your first teamers. So there's a problem. If we're sending out first teamers, it's because there's a problem. We need to stop that. And then once we've rectified that, then I would look at players like, at the end of the day, what Nick is saying, it's probably a dream to have someone like Jimenez as your 9. It's probably a dream. But I was saying the other day that if we've got the money that people say we've got, and we can act the way that we can act if we so wish, then I see no reason why we can't go out and buy attacking flair in the top 3, the top 3 positions. In saying that though as well, in midfield, we probably have 4 midfielders at the moment. You probably ideally want 6 minimum, but we have 4 ideally at the moment. I don't know what they're going to do with Celso, but you've got Skip and Højbjerg there as well. What you would like to think is that some of them, two of them, 3, if not 3 of them, are going out the door. And if they are, you want to fill them in with quality in the midfield. We know Bergval's coming, so that'll make it the 5th person. So we need to bring in one more, bring in another midfielder. So it's just about filling your team with quality. So I'm not going to give you names. I'm just saying that what we need to do is get rid of the 4 that we've got out on loan at the moment. Get rid of them, and then look at your 25 and make the 6, 7 signings that we were going to do this summer, and get rid of 6 or 7 from the squad as well. But loan-wise, we should only be loaning youngsters for first-team experience, i.e. like we've done this year with Devine and Phillips. They're the kind of people you've got to be loaning out. And maybe Parrott. Parrott's 20, 21, 22 or whatever Parrott is. But someone like Tanganga, another one that you've got to get rid of is Tanganga. So he's the 5th player, because Tanganga is not a youngster. He's a first-team footballer, and he's not taking up a place. So this is the kind of thing you need to do. We need to get rid of the players that we need to get rid of, and then look at what other squad players don't fit his system, and then replace them with players of better ilk to come in.
Boom. I like it. It's going to be hard to get rid of some of those players. I hope that Daniel is ready to, not Daniel Sandoval, by the way. I hope Daniel Levy is ready to take a hit on some of these guys, is all I'm saying.
But I think he will, though, Colin. I think that we've got to the state that we are at the moment. I think anybody can see green shoots in what we're doing as a club, through the football through hands, what we're doing behind the scenes with the youngsters, how we're building. I mean, someone put in the chat earlier, very early on in the chat, before you came, Nick, there's a guy who's going to be head of what? Strategic science or something.
Yeah, that was the very beginning.
And apparently he was at Tottenham before, and we were asked the question, do we know anything about him? I don't.
See if I can go all the way back up.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. I've never heard of the guy's name in my life. So therefore, Tottenham are doing things. They're bringing people in to affect the football club further down the line. So it's there. Nathan Gardner has returned to Spurs as the head of sports science. Any idea about this guy? So I'm going to have to look him up. I don't know him. But apparently he was at Tottenham before. So to me, if you're doing all this great work, which we are, and we have been for the last year or so, because it started with Paratici.
This is Nathan Gardner.
If we're doing all this great work, then hopefully it's going to bear fruit and we're going in the right direction. But in going in that direction, I think the board realised that some of the players we've got, you're not going to get the bacon for them that you may have paid in the first place, or the kind of bacon that you thought you would get for them. So someone like Tanganga, you let him go for 5 million. Do you see what I mean? He's a homegrown. Yeah. Just let him go. Just let him go for 5 million. Endon Bailey, I'd let Endon Bailey go for 5 million.
Tanganga is worth more than 5 mil. I mean,
but what I'm saying is, in order to just get them off in order to get him off yours, I'd let Endon Bailey go for 5 mil just to get him off the books.
Yeah.
Then you're getting his wages off for the last year. Reguilon, I'd let Reguilon go for 5 million. Rodon we're going to get a bit more money for, and Spence we're going to get a little bit more money for. Spence we're going to get nearer 10 million for, and Rodon they reckon about 15 million. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what kind of money you're getting. Let these players go.
The money's gone; it's spent. It doesn't matter. It's not like we're not counting it. So yeah, I gotcha.
So I've been on here and been on record as having said that to me. The problem is we have bought so many players to sit on the bench. We've bought so many players that like, he's only 17 mil. Let's buy him and put him on the bench to back up XYZ. To me,
no bench players.
No bench players, man.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, dude. I mean, maybe I'm stupid, and that's fine. Roast me. Roast me by all means. But I do not think that we should be buying players to sit on the. Can I cuss?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
Okay. We should not be buying players to sit on the fucking bench. We should be buying players that want to fucking play. We should buy players that want to play. we don't like it. Oh my god! Like it drives me nuts. Who cares if you are 17 mil? And we'll just say Burner, for instance, 17 mil. Who gives a shit if you are worth 17 million euros? Who gives a shit?
But he's good.
Nobody.
Though.
But the thing, how
if
many
you're
other
good,
players?
Don't go for like just cheap players. But if you're good and cheap, I'd say go for it.
Good and cheap. Okay, fair enough. But if you have 17 mil that you can put toward somebody else, say like, oh my gosh, so we're in for a player who is gonna cost us 50 mil, right?
I've got it.
17.
Sorry, I've got it up already. I was already reading it. Carry on, Nick.
Same.
Sorry.
So was I.
Yeah. Sorry, Nick. Go on.
So we have a guy who is worth 50 mil, right?
That we're chasing. We're chasing this guy.
That we're chasing somebody this 50 mil, right?
Okay.
So now somebody else who is available is worth 65 mil, right? Are we going to go for that player, or are we going to keep somebody who's worth 15 mil and somebody who's worth 50 mil? Like this is what I'm saying. Like, so I'm a business person. This is how I and we've talked about this before. This is how I think about things business wise. We're talking about a player who's worth 50 mil, right?
Mm-hmm.
50 mil. But we're going to go ahead and buy this guy because he's cheap. He's 50 mil or 15. 15, right? So instead of 5, instead of buying somebody who's 65, we're going to buy somebody who is 50, and we're going to buy somebody who is 15.
So you're saying for the same money, buy 2 players rather than 1, is what you're saying, for the same money?
Yeah, dude, but like, it's just, I'm saying because we tend to Levy tends to buy players and have a he tends to have an issue where, you know, we need that extra $5 million.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Giammattino.
Right.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. So you're saying that 17 might fuck us and make it to where we don't have the money to pay for somebody later. Is that what you're saying?
It could potentially, yeah. So like, yes, absolutely, yeah. It's so frustrating at this point.
It's all frustrating. I'm still trying to think here about what I think or who I think should be. Sorry, I got a message from insurance people. Okay, so but yeah, no, I agree with you. But I do honestly think that we should keep Werner. I think Werner is good. I think Werner's a good player. I think he'll continue to show throughout the season that he's a good player. He'll only get better as he gels more with the squad. Yeah, Werner's sweet. Werner's awesome. We lucked out with that. That's pure luck. And I think that
dude, like at that price, fuck, man, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. He's good. He'll run. He'll take players on. He can beat a defender. We just need to see if he can add more goals to his game. But even if he can't, just make him the assist machine. I mean, you know, he gets to the byline, fizzes, you know, like a cutback, you know, on the ground. for somebody to smash in. It makes too much sense not to keep him. I do know that some people will say, "Oh, he's a Chelsea reject." He didn't work at Chelsea under one manager. You know what I mean? They have like their constant manager merry-go-round. I don't think you can use that as like a very specific. You know what I mean? You can't really base.
Yeah, Colin. Like, who gives a shit? Like it. So I don't care what he did.
Yeah.
Anywhere else, I don't care. What is he doing? What have you done for me lately? You know, like there's.
Yeah, dude.
What have you done? What have you done lately? That's it.
And now he's getting assists and scoring goals, baby.
Yeah.
By the way, Hydration Nation. This is for Jacob and United Spurs of America. Hydration Nation.
Here we go. Yeah.
If you haven't had some water today, everybody have some water. It's good for you. Coffee is good for you too, man. I had one of those.
It's just coffee.
Irish coffee.
Oh no, just coffee. Yeah.
Just regular coffee today.
Yeah.
But hey, real quick. So Ryan G has been asking us some pretty sweet questions. First, he asked me if he thought we'd go for Pedro Neto, but I think the price is too high.
Yes, please.
80 mil. Care. So because David then David pops in and says not for 80 mil, and then Ryan said, yeah, it's a bit overpriced. You probably can get him for 60. So
Ryan, please sell me Neto for 60 to 80. I would please and thank you.
Jose, what's the most you would pay for Pedro Neto?
I think what my thoughts are on everything is that at the moment it's all talk. Everyone's talking about this player, that player, the other player, and values, right? Tottenham have Tottenham confirmed any of this that everyone's talking about? No, they haven't. Right. So what Tottenham will do is they'll go under the radar, right? The thing that we've got now is the team that we've got in place are not going to go out there and start telling you who they're after and who they're not, right? They're going to keep it close to their chest. And we can see already from the values that we have paid for players, we're not going to go out and start spending or £80 million willy-nilly, yeah? If you look at Van der Ven, how much we bought Van der Ven for, Van der Ven was 42.5 mil with add-ons and whatever. We spent 40 on Madders, full whack on Madders. So, you know, if you're looking at these players and we're spending 40 million, then why are we going to go and spend 80? Do you see what I mean? So if we were going to go for someone like Neto, if we were, right, then this is all paper talk and this is all media talk. Tottenham would be negotiating, but they wouldn't be negotiating at 80 million. However, Wolves will have a price. Wolves will have a figure that they believe he's worth and that they would like for him. But that's why you've got negotiation. There'll be negotiations involved and parties will agree, because if Neto's already wanting to leave Wolves, right, because I think he said he was going to leave Wolves in the summer, then Wolves are going to be aware of this. They don't want to keep an unhappy player. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to go and get him dirt cheap and stuff like that. I'm not going to say that for 1 minute, because you've got to give Wolves respect as well.
And Wolves have FFP problems too, right? So they need the money.
Well, it's interesting because Wolves have just announced, I mean, Ryan, they're your club, mate. You'll be able to tell me if I'm right or wrong. But Wolves have just announced their figures, right? And their figures are even worse than last season for their losses.
Damn,
I think their losses were 40 odd million last year, I think. But their net losses already this year are already 60 odd million, is what they've announced a couple of weeks ago. I think I'm right in saying that, Ryan. I'm not sure. He'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I saw in the accounts that were released a couple of weeks ago. So they were 20 million worse off, even with all the dealings that they did. It seemed to be that they were 20 million worse off anyway. So at the end of the day, it remains to be seen. Tottenham will go in and Tottenham will bid for players. There's no doubt about it in my mind. But the days of spending 80 million on a player, it's not just Tottenham Hotspur. I keep saying this to people all the time. But what we saw happening in the winter window and FFP and FSR, we know that players are not going to go for silly money like they have done in the past. I think
it's funny that Levy knew that too. Levy has said, the transfer bubble is going to burst. You know what I mean? It's not worth buying players at these inflated prices. I think it's cool that.
But did Levy say that 23 years ago?
fair. Very
You see what I
fair.
mean?
Oh,
No,
Jose.
No,
but
I'm just saying. When did Levy
No.
say this? You know, at the end of the
yeah,
day, we don't know
I
when
think
Levy
I
said
think it
it.
was like a couple years ago.
Okay, because I could turn around and make a statement, and it could come true in 10 years' time. And what do I turn around and say in 10 years' time? Oh, I told you so. Didn't you hear me say it 10 years ago? You know, at the end of the day,
How long do you get? Yeah.
how long do you get for this to happen? And you know, should we have been doing other things whilst this has now happened?
Yeah,
Should we have
like
moved
working
on
on
other
our
things?
academy and strengthening.
Should we have moved on other things whilst we're waiting for your guru prediction to happen? Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I'm far from a Daniel Levy lover, by the way. Let me get that out there, just in case anybody doesn't know.
So just for Ryan, because Ryan's now commented. Ryan, I saw something. It was a couple of weeks ago, mate, and it was Wolves, and their announcement, Wolves' announcement were that they were worse off in the account, the books. They were worse off by 20 odd million pound than what they were in their accounts for last season. So that's why I'm asking you whether you knew more about it than I did. I saw it about 2 weeks ago, mate, and I said I might be wrong, but I'm sure it was Wolves that I saw, and that was a couple of weeks ago.
Speaking of Ryan, he also asked about João Gomez.
Yeah, I'm going to come to it. Only if they have 12 months or less on their contract, Spurs will go for them when we can get them cheap. So he's saying. So what Totsas was saying is that we'll only go for players that have only got a year left. Well, Van der Ven didn't have a year left on his contract. Neither did Vicario.
Boom. What about Romero? I don't think Romero did either.
Romero didn't. Porro didn't. Udogie didn't. So there's a lot of players that we've gone for. Brennan Johnson didn't. There's a lot of players we've gone for. So this notion about the 1 year and stuff, I ain't too sure, Spurs. I think this was cooked up by someone who wanted to get traction and steam, and they probably did do, because a lot of people. All I say to people is, forget about what I say, what Colin says, and what Nick says on it for the time being. I'd say to you, we've got opinions like everybody else has, but like the rest of us, do some research. Everybody, do your own research, and then you'll be able to quantify what you're saying if you do your own research. So, sorry about that, but that's for everybody. I know you're coming to a question, but we need a fullback who can play either flanks as a proper backup for both Porro and Udogie. Davis is a better backup for VDV, and Royale isn't a proper backup for fullbacks.
Chris Peters said he'd have Trippier back.
And then you've got, Ryan G says, I don't know how that can be possible with the amount of players we sold. I haven't got a clue either, Ryan. I'm just saying I saw it a couple of weeks ago.
While you guys are talking.
Oh my God, I've done the promos, cooked dinner, nursed to Ange, and you lads are still going strong. Hi, Ellie. Right, Ellie, I've only just seen your comment. I've only just grabbed my phone, so I've only just seen your comment. I will message you back. Thank you, Ellie.
Big love, Ellie. You're the best.
Yeah, no. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Good people.
So, sorry, before you answer the question that you've got started, can I just say, Nathan Gardner has returned to Tottenham as a head of sports science. The appointment marks the return to the club Gardner served for 15 years, up until October 2020, when he joined Scott Parker at Fulham as a first-team coach. However, he left the Cottagers following summer when Parker departed to become boss of Bournemouth. Gardner, whose brother Matt is an assistant manager at Blackburn Rovers, is unusual in being qualified as a sports scientist, a physio, and a coach. He has a sports science degree from Loughborough University, a physiotherapy degree from King's College, and is a holder of a UEFA A license, not even B, A, so you can manage teams and coach teams in a top echelon with an A license, right?
Damn, this guy never sleeps.
Nah,
he must be like Shane.
Yeah, Gardner joined Spurs as a fitness coach in 2006, going on to become the head of sports science in 2012 to 2018. His final role at the club was as a technical coordinator and head of sports science, fitness and conditioning. This time he replaces Sam Pui, who is leaving the club after a decade. Pui was appointed the head of sports science in July 2021. The overall head of the Unified Medical and Performance Department is now Jeff Scott. That's why we brought this fella in, and they're the changes that have happened at Tottenham, just to bring people up to date.
Well, thank you for doing that. We appreciate you, sir. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. That doesn't sound bad in any way. It doesn't sound like particularly exciting, but definitely not bad news. So That's good. But yeah, one thing that I thought was cool, and that one second. So Pedro Neto, you guys, what do you think about him? No, wait. Now we're at João Gomez, right? Yeah, João Gomez. Anyway, would you take João Gomez? I don't know enough about him. Jose, let me know if you think that he's worth it. Do you think he would be a good Tottenham player?
João Gomez is a decent youngster, isn't he?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's a decent youngster, but all I'll say is there's a lot of people that I think are decent youngsters, but I see football through my eyes and Postecoglou sees it through his. So at the end of the day, like I said all along, and I will continue to say, I am 110% behind Ange, good or bad. So if Ange says it's a player that he wants, if Ange says it's a player he wants, and we go for him, then I'm happy for that to happen. But as I said, he's a very good young player.
Absolutely. Jishnu says that he would take Douglas Luiz over João Gomez any day. Big up, Jishnu. Always good to have you here, man.
No, sorry, no.
Let's see if there's any other things. So, yeah, guys, real quick. So, Chris Peters mentioned Trippier back. Do you think Trippier would be a good fit for this system, for that inverted fullback role? I do.
No.
I think Trippier would be sweet. He's got the close control. He can play those like passes. I think he could do it. But it's just because he's so technical. You know what I mean? Most of his game is like crossing and passing. Honestly, I think him and Porro are very similar players. It's just that Porro is much younger.
Yeah, dude. No. So we've had this discussion before. I think Kulu.
We need him right back.
Yeah, man. Like,
that would be a hell of a change, though. You know what I mean? Like,
I
in
know.
your career.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm fully aware that I am on a I'm on an island here with that Kulu at right back and Porro creating chances, meaning not just creating chances, but like pinging the ball up into the box to where our players can potentially, make it happen. Like, it's just, oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated with with the amount of just pure chances created versus like our
we need to create more chances. We're not creating enough chances at all right now. In my opinion.
I'm with you on that. And it's so frustrating to me that we need to put the ball in the box and have our guys be able to score the ball, like put it in the freaking net.
There's we do this thing, Jose and I talk about it a lot, but the horseshoe thing where we kind of just pass the ball around their box, looking to kind of penetrate and to pull maybe a defender out of position or whatever and slide in there. It is tedious sometimes, and I wish we had players. This is another thing Jose and I talk about a lot, but I wish that we had more players that were willing to take shots from distance, take some shots from outside the box. It just doesn't happen. We just don't do it. Sonny occasionally will curl one, up towards the top corner. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have a team playing against you that's sitting back, you absolutely have to start letting some shots rip from distance, so they can't just let you have that space. Then they have to defend you closer. You know what I mean? It helps to create space, and we constantly are struggling to create space. I think it would be so easy to just take some shots from distance. But I don't know. What do you think, Nick?
Dude, like,
Just
Put the
start
freaking
slamming them in, dude.
Yeah, no. Put the ball in play, and make it dangerous for our opponents. That's
Yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
know, like that's the 100%. That's what we should do. Period. Whether
Yeah.
it's, like anything, put the ball in play where our side can put it in yeah, period. Like can make it happen. Like that's it. Like, oh my gosh.
Absolutely. No, fully agree, dude. We got Quez Ali in the house. I just want to say hey to Quez. What's up, Quez? Says he like Kulu as an advanced 8 or as a second 10. It's not a bad idea. If we're playing against a team that's going to sit back, it might be nice to have him and Madison both in the midfield.
Yeah.
Those two with maybe Biss. I think that could probably work. Jose, a long time ago you said that Biss wasn't boss anymore. Oh, you're muted, my guy.
Sorry, Ryan. Where have they now? I knew Villa were in trouble. I've said this all along, right? There are 10 teams that were lined to be in trouble for FFP. However, Everton and Nottingham Forest, before being charged, Everton and Nottingham Forest put their hands up and said, "Yeah, we know that we're not going to make it."
Here's a link.
So we know we're not going to make it. So therefore, they put their hands up. All right.
Is Independent a pretty good source?
Yeah, the Independent is, yeah. But then that still leaves another 8 clubs. Because what the league have done, the league have not formally charged anyone yet for FFP. It was only because Everton and Forest put their hands up. But there's still another 8 that are in line to be outed by the league, so to speak. And Villa were one of them 8 teams. And if that's the case, about this, then yeah.
119.6 million pound loss.
How many?
116. Well, sorry, 119.6, 120 million
in one season.
Yeah.
And to meet FFP rules, you can only have 35 million per season, 105 over 3 years. Right. Yeah. So all I've got to say to you guys, to you two now, if this is the case, what about a cheeky bid for Ollie Watkins?
Oh yeah, all day long.
If Villa are in trouble, do we go for Ollie Watkins?
Yeah, we go for Ollie Watkins. They have any They got some wingers I like too, right? Leon Bailey, does he still play for them?
They got Moussa Diaby.
Yeah, grab him.
Kamara. They got Jacob Ramsey. They got Douglas Luiz. They got some decent players.
Does Leon Bailey not play for them? I could have sworn he did. I'll Google it. I think it is. He's a good player as well. I'm just thinking of like young, fast, tricky wingers that I could steal from Aston Villa. Yeah, he plays for Villa. Jamaican. Cool. He's a little older than I thought, 26, but that's no worries. Let's get him. Yeah, that's insane to have that much. Those losses are crazy. David Shear says he took the words right out of his mouth. I think it's talking about grabbing us an Ollie Watkins.
Well, I said Ollie Watkins, and then I named a whole load of people.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins though would be great. We're kind of in the market, I feel like, for a striker. So, oh my god.
Right, Chris Agambar's confirming this. He's saying that it's also been reported on the football page, BBC page. Ryan is saying it was on Midlands today a couple of minutes ago. Yeah, like I said, to me, honestly. Hello.
Hi.
She's beautiful, isn't she? Yeah.
Little cutie.
Yeah. So like I said, guys, two teams admitted it before they're being found out, because everyone had to put their balance sheets in or get their books to the Premier League by the 31st of December, even though the end of the financial football year is the 30th of June. You had to have it with the Premier League by the 31st of December. And straight away, the first couple of days in January, Forest and Everton admitted straight away, yeah, we know we've broken FFP. So therefore, they've admitted it, but they've not been charged because they've not been charged formally. So the Premiership haven't come out and said, yeah, we caught you doing it. They admitted it. But there's other teams that are going to be found out for it as well. And Villa were one of these people that were going to be found out for it. So,
yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody would say
Paddy,
no to.
good evening, Paddy. Good evening, Paddy. Nice to see you, mate. Says Villa's figures are in line with a strategic business plan and within the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, so it won't affect them that much. To be honest, Paddy, if it's only 35 million per season, 105 million over 3 years. If you're 120 million over just in one season, surely you must be breaking rules. Now, I'm no financial guru, and I won't profess to know the rules apart from the high level stuff that what I've just said. That tells me that they are in trouble. And the Villa were one of the 8 teams that were deemed to be in trouble. So I can't understand that, Paddy, but we'll have to wait and see. And see. There's a lot of people saying hello to each other.
I love it.
Vishnu saying, no Ollie Watkins, he is tailor-made for a mid-table side. I would take Douglas Luiz or Bailey. Vishnu, have you been watching? Where have you been watching Aston Villa play football, mate? Ollie Watkins, he's red hot, and was last season, but this season he's right. If he was at 200 Celsius last season, well, he's about 900 Celsius this season. He's cooking. He's cooking.
I would love to see him with better players around him too. I mean, I know that obviously Aston Villa aren't slouches, but I think he would look good in our system. I think our system would. I don't know though. We often talk about how the striker in Postecoglou's system is kind of the sacrificial lamb, so to speak.
But when Sonny plays there, Sonny scores goals.
True. No,
right?
That's true.
Richie plays there, Richie's got goals. Watkins plays there, Watkins will score goals. Watkins will guarantee you goals. And the other thing that Ange likes, in his forward 3, he likes pace. And Watkins has got like a little bit in reserve when it comes to pace as well, hasn't he? So
yeah, he kind of is tricky with it. You know what I mean? It's deceiving, that little bit of extra pace that he can kind of dip into. It's like he's got a boost button on his controller.
Ryan saying, I can only go off what our owners have told us, and they said we would not breach the profit and sustainability rules. That's fair enough, Ryan. You've got Stamble saying Watkins didn't turn up in the big games, to be honest. Can't remember him cooking any of the top 6 teams. And Ollie Watkins plays in a top 4 team right now from Ryan. And David Shear, it's early in the morning for David, and I know that Ellie is being asked about her recipes and that. And it says, Ellie, you are bloody killing me here. 3 a.m. and I want bacon and eggs. Ellie's talking about cooking olive oil, basil, fresh basil, and garlic and all sorts. So
I got 2 pounds of bacon in the fridge. I'm probably gonna be frying up bacon after this. I'm hungry now.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, David. Made me think of bacon. Just kidding. Yeah, again, I just want to say big up to everybody that's here. This is, of course, the member show. So if you wanted to come on the show, grab a membership. The link is pinned in the chat. And then you can go to our page. And then there's like a secret little spot there for members. And it'll show you the link. And then you can come on and join. That is how you get on these shows. We do them every Tuesday. So yeah, just throwing that out there. Ryan G, god damn it. I do have to go make bacon after this. Sounds delicious. Do you like your bacon like very, very crispy, or are you kind of a floppy bacon person? How do you? Oh wait, bacon's different. Bacon's different in your country, isn't it? Yeah, bacon is a different thing in England. I forgot. It's like
okay. So what's bacon in America? Don't you have pigs out there?
Yeah, no. So you guys' bacon is like ham almost.
Bacon's like ham.
British versus American bacon.
Here we go. We're gonna have a cook-off live. Go on, Nick. You just got to say something, Nick.
So it basically
you're on mute.
The difference.
You're on mute, Nick. You're on mute.
Oh, my bad. Nick.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So bacon has to be
Crispy as shit.
It has to be a certain way. Like, you can't overcook bacon.
Right. No, it's impossible.
No. Yeah. Like,
Bacon's good, even if you char it to bits. I think it still tastes delicious.
Yeah, but in the same sense, like if man, no.
Okay, so American bacon is generally served in crispy strips streaked with fat, while British bacon, also known as rashers,
You're talking
is
about
chewier-
streaky. You're talking about streaky bacon. We know what you're talking about. It's the stuff that we put on turkey at Christmas to
It's
baste the
chewier-
turkey.
thicker, served in round slices. It's closer to a slice of grilled deli meat than what an American would traditionally call bacon.
The bacon that we have is thicker, right? And you can either buy the medallions, that's with no fat on it at all, or a rasher of bacon is longer than a piece of streaky bacon that you have in America. Your bacon in America streaky is like thin and streaky, but our bacon is a proper size. It looks like, put it this way, it looks like a steak compared to the streaky bacon that you have in America. But then you also, when it says the round bacon, you can also have the medallions, which is just the meat on its own and none of the fat around it and stuff like that. So yeah, our bacon's a lot bigger than your bacon. So
thicker,
thicker and longer and bigger and wider, and it's probably a streaky
It's
bit
like
of
the
bacon.
only-
It's
it's like
about
the only
three
thing.
times bigger.
Wait. That's what she said?
That is a good one. Nice timing. That's like the one thing that England does that's
Sorry,
bigger
brother.
than it's done in America, though. No,
Yeah,
that
'cause
was good.
everything in America is supersized, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apart from the men. Right, it just means Villa won't spend big in the summer, pal. They are close to PSR, so just don't need to be careful, that's all. Cheers, Paddy, for updating on that, mate. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
Paddy, you're the man.
Now look at this. We've got kangaroo bacon, wombat bacon, and numbat bacon.
Oh my
Dude,
god,
bacon.
I want it.
Oh my god.
I want that.
Daniel Sandoval says,
Bacon.
crazy, I just made me an egg and bacon sandwich, and that's the chef. But he used
Mm.
English bacon and not American streaky stuff, because otherwise you would need loads of it to make a sandwich. Smoked bacon, yummo. Dad used to boil it off when I was a kid, yummo. Right, so
oh,
do
indeed.
you have that as well? Do you have gammon in the States?
No, I don't know what that is.
Gammon?
What?
Gammon.
Google it.
Gallon?
GAMMON.
Sounds like some kind of ham.
So it is. It's when it's boiled and that you can boil it and then roast it, right? And it can be it can taste like a ham or it can taste like bacon. It depends how you do it. But gammon, you don't have gammon in America either. But there's a lot of crazy things that you have in America that we don't have.
Yeah. Life is interesting. We don't eat those freaking eggs that you guys have. Scotch eggs. Ugh.
Okay, you got Rich saying big up, gents. Crispy bacon all the way. Good afternoon, good evening, Rich. Nice to have you, sir.
Big up,
Crispy.
Rich.
Bacon
Ryan-
should
Ryan-
never be crispy.
Ryan G
Bacon
loves
should never be crispy.
Ryan G loves gammon. Ellie, look, David, bacon and eggs. Now add sausages, mushrooms, beans, grilled tomato, black pudding, and buttered toast with a nice pot of English tea. And Paddy Hartnett, gammon fried with eggs is fabulous.
Oh,
So
I'll be back. I'll be back in less than 3 months. I'll get some shit to try.
crispy bacon.
Yeah, Ellie the brekkie cook for sure.
Yeah, and crispy bacon is the best talking beer.
I'm
I'm not.
Oh,
I must admit,
thank
I
you.
don't like my bacon crispy, but
No, not
Everybody-
no,
crispy.
I don't like my bacon.
No.
I do,
no.
but it's okay. We're all still friends.
Crispy
We'll all still
bacon.
be friends.
No. Oh.
Halfway between
no.
crispy and floppy bacon.
There you go. Fence
got-
sitter.
I love bacon and egg sandwiches with ketchup and a seeded bloomer bread. And then Paddy Hartnett saying, Scotch egg is just an egg with a sausage around it, Cole.
Yeah, I had one when I was there, but I got it from like the gas station or something. Or, you know what I mean? From like I don't know. It was in like it was individually wrapped. It was really gross. I don't know. It's probably just a bad one. I'm sure it could be good. But yeah.
Sausages and bacon for Rich. God, this bacon has really taken off.
Damn, bacon is the best.
Cosmic Sean says bacon is universal for good. Maybe we should start a bacon channel because
Dude,
God,
no,
everyone's popping.
no. Bacon's the best, but the problem is you have to make bacon. You have to cook bacon a certain way. And if like you can't overcook it, but you can't undercook it. Like it has to be a certain way.
I am of the belief that it is impossible to overcook it because it's delicious
Really?
no matter what.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you don't want it like black and gross, but yeah, I mean,
No.
crispy bacon's delicious, dog.
But dude, like,
I'll send you a video when I
man.
make mine after the show about how I like my bacon. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
have a
Okay.
video sent to you.
But dude, it can't be blackened. Like
Oh,
it
yeah,
can't
yeah.
be.
I get that.
There has to be I don't know, and like bacon cannot be
What have you started?
overcooked.
What are you
But it
guys
can't
started
be-
here?
I don't know. I didn't.
What
I
you
didn't
two
mean to- I
started?
didn't
Look
mean
at this.
to.
This has just gone mad. Right. Smithy's now saying MILFs make a cracking bacon sarnie.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the
no,
fuck's
no.
a sarnie? Wait.
No,
What's a
Lee.
sarnie?
Lee. No.
Short for
So
sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Lee has the MILFs making him bacon however he wants. That's how that pimp. That's how he wants. He's having it. He's having it made however he wants. That's Lee.
Presley's coming in with crispy with chewy bits. You got Paddy Hartnett says nothing is better than a full Irish breakfast. Don't mind the full English. That's rubbish. Okay.
There you go. I'm coming to Ireland too.
And then you've got David Shear saying some dill in Australia tried to outlaw bacon. He was shot, I think.
Yes.
Presley saying can't forget
Oh,
salt pork. It's a new one on me.
Yeah, me too.
Cheese, pork on a fork, and then David's
Pork on
then
a
saying
fork.
Aussie brekkies the best, and don't forget the fucking onions. And Chris Peters is saying goodbye.
Oh,
I'm
All right,
telling
Chris.
you,
goodbye, Chris. Hope you have a good day, mate.
Lee
I'm gonna-
Smith has got it figured out. Dude's got it figured out. He's you know Lee's got it. Lee, you got it figured out, man.
I wanted to ask David. So I saw a thing about Australia, and it was actually a band, and the song from the band is called Smoko, and it's about your smoke break. Do you call it? Do you say Smoko, David Shear? Do you say I'm gonna go for a Smoko? I just wondered if that was some slang that you used. I've just noticed that Australian people put O's at the end of lots of Smoko. Anyway, just wondered. Bacon and chocolate, hell yeah, Daniel.
Oh,
and then
you're
obviously,
joking.
I was just gonna say also,
Bacon and chocolate.
It's an amazing combination, absolutely.
Oh, you want to go and scratch, don't you? God, you need to go. You need to go and sort your palates out. God, bacon and chocolate. Yeah, cross. You're laughing, yeah.
So guys, Jose needs to jump, and I also need to jump. I am so hungry, and I haven't done anything really. But I hang out with all you lovely people, and that's been wonderful. But I need to go get a couple of things accomplished today as well.
Yeah, morning smoko and avro smoko. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So what we'll say first of all is we'll repeat where we are going to be. So for tonight, for those that are going to be around tonight, I'm on again in 2.5 hours time. I've asked to be a guest on Spurs Kings TV. So I'll be on tonight at 9:30 GMT on Spurs Kings TV. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning, we have a view from Asia from Talk and Ball. It'll be we will have the thumbnails set up, but you'll see it. It'll be a Talk and Ball tomorrow at 11 a.m. GMT, and that'll be hosted by Chang and Ash. And then at 4 o'clock, we will have a show at 4 o'clock GMT. So the normal show that we do, but it'll be coming from El Tel Cockerel tomorrow. And then that takes us into Thursday. And Thursday, the 4 o'clock show will be on Talk and Ball. And then on Thursday evening at 10 o'clock, I will do a mop-up show on El Tel. And then on Friday, it will be prediction show at 4 p.m. and that'll be dual streamed. And on Sunday, we are doing a watch along, which will be dual streamed, and I don't know yet, but we're hoping that we might. I'm not sure whether we'll have the whole gang together, and the whole gang is going to be Ash, Chang, Ellie, Colin, and myself. But if it's not all 5 of us, there'll be a combination of us on, and we're going half an hour before the game starts, so we'll come on at 12:30 on Sunday. So that gives you the lineup for where we're going to be between now and Sunday.
Boom, boom, boom.
So what we need to say is thank you to Elias, Chang, and to Nick for coming on as members today. We also need to thank Chang for becoming a member today. If people aren't aware, what we needed to do is we needed to get rid of the Cobber membership, and we had to reinstall it again, which meant we've lost all our Cobber members. But we've done that for a reason, because what we didn't realize is that with the Cobber membership, the way that YouTube set up, which we didn't know, but when we set it up, if you've got a membership that's at $5, whether it's dollars, 5 or under, which is either dollars or pounds or whatever your currency may be, it then means that if you're gifting out, it's going to gift out the nearest one you've got to 5. So when people were buying gifts, it seemed to be that they were spending money and getting the Cobber membership sent to everyone, which we felt was unfair. So what we've done is have reset the Cobber membership, and we had to put it over 5. So instead of being $4.99, that's now $5.49. But it then means that if anyone does gift memberships, you won't be paying the prices you were paying before. You pay a lot less. So we had to do that. So Chang has got himself remembered again, which is good. Then apart from that, Colin and I would like to thank absolutely everybody that has joined the show today, everybody that's commented, that's made the show easier for us by making comments and that. So thank you very much to everyone that's taken part, everyone that's commented, even some people for godforsaken hours, which is you, David Shear. I can't understand how you're up at this godforsaken hour. But by the same token, Elias and Chang were also here, and they're in the same time zone as you. So you guys just need to get some sleep, man. And if you can't get some sleep, enjoy your bacon.
Yeah, there we go. Everybody get you some bacon today. Have it however you like. Have it however you like. But yeah.
And for those that haven't already, which I think they have, please come and sub over to me, Eltel Cockerel. So Chang, buy me a good membership. I'm good for it, Cobber. Chang's sensible. Chang's gone to sleep, man. He's not like you, David. He's gone to sleep. You got before you leave the chat, sub and like the stream. Yeah, on your way out, like the stream on your way out. And Angela says hi and thanks for the lovely comment, David. Yeah, I messaged Ellie very often, and I'm wishing Angela all the best, and I'm sure we all do. Same. We all wish Angela all the best in her recovery, absolutely. And also to Ellie all the best because of her hard work and tiresome effort that she's putting in for her daughter. So
absolutely, good mama right there. Dragon Eats Nest says too hot to sleep. LOL.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, but if it's that case, then it's that case. And David says, I went to bed 7 hours before Jose.
So went to bed 7 hours before he got on the show, I think. So he woke up at 2 on purpose. So he went to bed at
7 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, right. Okay. David Shear, 7 o'clock in the evening.
Interesting man. He's an international man of mystery. I don't. Yeah. There's mystery about him, and I like that.
There's mystery and greatness about everyone that comes and joins us on Talk and Ball. Or else I love
learning more about you guys.
You're all absolutely brilliant. You're all blinding. You're the people that make the shows, and for that we're forever grateful. And yeah, with that, got anything furthermore to add to these lovely people, Colin?
No, I just want to say I love each and every one of you, even the weirdos. So I'm a weirdo myself.
And people have not seen many comments today, but I found myself, because I had to go and do some stuff earlier on in the show. But then when I came back, I was waiting for the right time to step back in. And I just kept looking at the screen and thinking to myself, who's that man next to me that looks so young?
I know. I look like a kid. I can't wait for it to grow back, honestly.
No, don't grow it back. You look much better like that, mate. Don't grow it back. You look like the person in the person in the intro now.
Yeah. Keeper West Ham calling us back.
In the intro for Keeper West Ham, you look exactly like that person now. Now people can say, "Is that is you?" Where before people were saying, "Is that you?" Because you had so much beard. But now people can say, "Yeah, that's you." So
this is me.
But with that, look, thank you very much for another enjoyable members show. Keep peeled for whatever time the members show will be coming out next week. Colin will decide if the rotation's back to 10 o'clock in the evening next week.
Probably should do, yeah.
Okay, so the rotation is likely to be at 10 o'clock in the evening next Tuesday. And apart from that, we've told you what shows we're going to be on and what we're doing. So just hit the notification bell for Talk and Ball and for Hotel Cockerel, and we shall see you soon. And what I will turn around and say is, come on, you Spurs, and in Ange, we trust.
Yes, baby. And then we'll play ourselves out, of course, with the song. See you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. Cheers.
My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.